Long right there. That was pretty strong.
Right.
Now you're making me do it.
Now to clear the pipes.
I feel like I need a Hakalugi just to be a part of the club.
Hakalugi?
That's right.
Hakalugi?
Isn't that a camp somewhere? No, it's Wanahakalugi. Camp Wanahakalugi.
So what are we doing here?
I don't know. Are we starting?
We're starting.
All right. The music's loud. I'm just enjoying the music.
We haven't started drinking yet.
You not hear the music?
I hear the music.
Okay.
The whole show. Just leave
You
the
hear
whole
the music,
show.
it usually means that we're starting.
Yeah, I know.
There we go.
All right. I don't know where we're going. Okay. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Ales and Tales podcast. We're apparently doing this live as well as recording it for your listening enjoyment in the future in case you want to revisit. Kind of like a good beer. You want to revisit a few times. So with me are my co-hosts and beer buddies. We got Ben Purrier.
Hello, everybody. Where am I looking? Right there?
Yeah, wherever the dummy lives.
Sure.
Carly Duggan.
Carly
Enjoying, ready for Halloween in case you cannot tell. And Jim McCarthy.
There we go.
Miss Master.
I've got like multiple messages coming into me while I'm trying to run cameras.
Fun.
Yeah.
So the man behind 5 different computers at once. I love it.
I feel like I'm working for Kiefer Sutherland's character in 24.
Yeah.
CTU.
Gotcha.
Multiple monitors in front of me.
But there is a reason, everybody, that he's got all of them behind it. That because I can't do any of it. So
It's job is all it is.
So
dress up as the Wizard of Oz.
that could work.
Yeah.
He's got costumes all over the place that he could be pulling out
I
too.
really do.
Yep. So we're going to review today, since it is getting close to Halloween, as you can tell, a pumpkin beer. It is a Imperial Pumpkin Ale that Carly brought us. It is Southern Tier Brewing's Pumpking Imperial Pumpkin Ale. So
I felt that necessary. I don't know why.
that's okay. It worked.
I do.
Yeah.
But you did notice it made me immediately stop because I got excited. I'm like, oh, beer.
I feel like you have a pee now, don't you?
After a couple of these, yes. So we're going to dive into this in a minute, but I figured we're going to open up the episode with I'm going to start doing some
Beer quote.
beer wisdom. That's right. Get a good beer
wisdom.
quote
Okay.
from different folks. We're going to start with a pretty famous guy. I thought this was pretty good.
Are they going to be scary?
Is it going to be scary?
Is it going to be a scary quote?
No.
Okay. I just wanted to have the voice effector ready just in case.
Wait, can we get the voice effector?
No,
Oh,
it's just for me.
No way.
it's just the Wizard of Oz.
No. No, you cannot get it.
A little too much glee in the voice,
Right?
there.
Is that evil happy? All right, so sometimes when I reflect on all the beer I drink, I feel ashamed. Then I look into the glass and think about the workers in the brewery and all of their hopes and dreams. If I did not drink this beer, they might be out of work and their dreams would be shattered. I think it's better to drink this beer and let dreams come true than be selfish and worry about my liver. Babe Ruth.
All right.
Yeah. What?
He's dry today, man. This is going to be interesting.
I'm dry. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm loving it.
Dry stuff
I'm loving
anyway.
it.
I didn't have my usual Friday night.
We haven't even got him drunk yet.
I know.
It's just the first episode.
There's too many buttons, and he's just button happy. Just
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, we're not going to revisit that one again. Okay, so for the record, folks, I am apparently the straight man in this comedy routine that Jim thinks he has. I don't know. It's his job to mess with me.
I'm enjoying it.
It's good.
It works.
It does.
Yeah. It's been my morning.
So if you guys are not familiar with the podcast and you're tuning in for the first time, just so you know, what we like to do is have a few different opinions on beers. We have different palates. Jim's a little newer to
Beer.
the beer world in
Doesn't
general.
look like it, but I am.
Carly is typically an IPA fan, but does like beer in general. He used to work at brewery, which is awesome. Ben, a pretty substantial beer fan, beer collector.
That's about everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I was always more of a kind of a whiskey guy and got into beer, and I just enjoy exploring and seeing what's going on. So it gives you a few different opportunities, different to get different views on it, and hopefully it'll hit something that makes sense to you, and we found something that you like, or at least we found something that nobody wants to try, and you've learned it through us. So we suffer and you don't.
There you go.
It's a good kind of suffering to
Yeah.
get to try at least. So we're going to do Southern Tier Brewing's Pumpkin Ale Day, and just to tell you a little bit about them, Southern Tier Brewing Company on their page it says they were started in 2002 on a wooded property down a quiet road in Lakewood, New York. Since its humble beginnings, Southern Tier has grown into the industry leader and one of the top craft beer producers in the U.S. Our handcrafted ales are now available in more than 30 states and beyond. We continue to deliver consistent and quality beers while innovating to bring new bold flavors and formulas. Excuse me. Apparently, I'm looking forward to what beer I just put. There you go. This particular
That's a good one.
this particular beer, Imperial Ale, is All Hallows Eve. It's time. All Hallows Eve is a time of the year when spirits can make contact with the physical world and when magic is most potent. Some think we harness magic to brew our powerful pumpkin ale. Not so, but it is with great respect to the magic of the trade that our brewers craft this fine beer. Savor the bewitching. You're a little late on that.
No, I'm actually queuing it because you said they're going to make contact with the world. What kind of contact are they going to make?
I'm assuming they very flavorful.
That's right.
Yeah. Savor the bewitching taste, share the magic, and declare your loyalty to the Pumpking.
That's right.
All right.
Like they're into a little,
Oh,
submissive type stuff. Declare. Submit.
Submit to the Pumpking.
That's right.
All right. Well,
Get on your knees.
I was waiting for it.
all right. We gotta stop him. We're gonna go. He just goes. Okay. So what I'd like to do, Carly, do you want to describe the box and the packaging for folks who are just listening on audio only?
Yes, my pleasure. So the pumpkin, it's really sharp and crisp, nice label. Definitely get fall vibes, pumpkin spice vibes a little bit. You get Mr. Pumpkin right there, all hail pumpkin. He's got a little crown. It's just crisp and clear. You know exactly what you're getting. You see the alcohol percentage right away. You see when it's Best Buy. You know, government warning. Everything that you need to know.
Government warning. No pregnant women.
Pumpkin pie in a glass.
Exactly.
So nice and obviously very. If you're finding a pumpkin beer, of course, it's going to be orange. So it's going to be easy to find pumpkin ales and stouts and everything around this time of year because typically there's going to be that nice big orange label somewhere on it.
Do you guys find it like have the urge to rush out and get the pumpkin spice latte and all that stuff when it starts
Yes.
emerging every year? Do you?
Yes.
My wife and I went out the other day and got one. She was definitely craving it more than I was, but yeah, so I went along with it. It was good. It was all right. This is actually going to be my first pumpkin beer of the year.
It has an adverse effect on my innards. So
Really?
I really don't do it.
Makes you want to scoop out your innards.
Think chocolate milkshake.
Let's not think about
Let's
that.
not describe that.
No.
Think about that. No.
You know, Mike, I'm starting to come to your side. We need to like kind of stop them.
Yeah. We're gonna.
I was on board up to a point.
We're gonna have. I'm gonna bring in some like bean bag, little bean bag balls that we can just every time. See how many times we.
I'm gonna look like Hannibal Lecter.
The little dryer balls are great because they're really light. They're not going to hurt at all, you know, but they're heavy enough that they fly through the air well. This little big dryer. Oh man, they're perfect.
That's right.
Cats start scratching something they shouldn't scratch at. Just throw it in their general direction, scare them away.
Get some attention.
Water bottle, spray bottle.
That's too mean. I don't like to make contact. It's just to scare them. Just, you know, get them off on something else.
Well, look, you know, someone's got to make the show interesting. So,
What are you saying?
nothing.
I think he's saying he wants to bring the that outside cat in here and throw balls at it. Spray bottle. You want a spray bottle?
Well, the cat wants the balls thrown at it because it's getting into the season of the spirit and it's contacting with us because it's all into.
It is a
Pumpkin
pumpkin-colored cat.
It is.
Very orange cat.
It'd be busted. She came in here.
I'd be sneezing
Carly,
about.
by chance, are you a cat fan?
Oh, is it not obvious? Yes, I like cats.
I used to. And I realized that they were stealing my soul.
Stealing your soul.
Yeah.
Mike, you did that.
I did do that.
Yeah.
Even without touching the button, I did that.
That's
Well, let's crack these things open.
Let's
Let's get some beer going, man. 8.6% alcohol by volume, so we're starting off nice and light.
Third episode's going to be really good.
Yeah. I will be speaking in Sanskrit. Oh, you guys go and do yours.
Are we just?
Grab the second one.
Yeah, I kind of need that.
Oh yeah, I wanted to do
It even looks orange.
brewed with pumpkin. There's no getting around the background noise, but it's a good. What is that? ASMR, right? For beer lovers.
The people like that sound. You gotta get the opening bit. I need that sound effect.
And then the cat in the background. Meow.
Oh, there she is.
That's our barn cat. Thank you. We had a mouse problem here. That's why we got the cat. Apparently, they fix mice problems.
Yeah.
They tear the mices to pieces.
If you're lucky, our old cat was great. Our old cat was King Mouser. He had 9 confirmed kills in his lifetime of mice.
9 confirmed kills.
It's funny to look at it
Our
through
cats
this glass
nowadays.
because it almost looks like a like a bourbon or something on video.
Hmm. It is a orangey.
Very orangey.
Yeah.
Almost like pumpkin.
Akin to brown water.
The head went away pretty quickly because high gravity. It's going to happen inevitably. What do we smell?
Pumpkin. Spice.
I don't.
Everything nice.
I smell some pumpkin. I don't get any spice smells.
I smell a little bit of nutmeg.
Mm-hmm. It's not heavy, but it's there.
It almost smells sweet. Kind
It
of
might have
candy-ish.
some cinnamon in there.
I wonder if that's going to get caught in the microphone. Probably not.
We need to get like the cat its own little camera.
Yeah. The cat.
I'll get
So
right
whenever
on
it
it.
starts chiming in.
Is there anything else you'd like me to do?
Ooh, a photo would be nice.
It almost smells. It's similar to candy corn in the smell. Again, there's kind of a sweet candy note to it. It's got a little pumpkininess.
Which means that you just take it and throw it in the trash.
Not a pumpkin candy corn fan.
Candy corns are it's like you ever see the memes on how to eat candy corn? You open the bag and throw it right in the trash.
I only like the very like the white parts of it. For some reason, it has less of the rest of the flavor of the stuff. For some reason, it's like all the flavors overly packed into the top of it.
But that probably is the flavor.
Right.
There's no other mixture of flavors. It's kind of like Fruit Loops. There is no individual fruit flavor.
Still on your head.
It's all just different colors.
Yeah, I think we had this conversation once about. I brought up sixlets, and people were like, "What the hell is sixlets?" How does nobody know sixlets?
Sixlets?
Right. Yeah, it's like M&Ms, but it's a different. They're round instead of kind of squished or UFO shaped. But they apparently don't have different flavors. But I could close my eyes and eat an orange one and know it's an orange one. Because to me, I swear it has different flavors. People say,
Because it tastes like the color orange, and that's what you were tasting.
That's
I
right.
guess.
Orange number 6.
Yellow
Could
number
be.
5.
It has that natural chemicaliness that just clicks something in the brain.
But there is a line of cereals. What are they called? Mom's Kitchen or Malto Meal? It's Mom. But and it's Mom brands, and it's really just like how I remember it. How it should be.
You said
Just
they
like
changed
Mom
the
used to make.
flavors of the new stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to find out what the flavor of this beer is, man.
We'll
I
talk
bet
about that
everybody
on our
else
cereal
listening does, too.
podcast.
Yeah. Cereals and I don't know what to go with that.
Oh my goodness. That's a pumpkin pie in a glass.
Yeah, it's sweet.
That's exactly what it says on the bottle.
They're
Whoa.
not kidding.
Okay, for having no spice whatsoever in the nose, you get hit with the spice
Oh, yeah.
immediately. Like there's a lot. That is good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty smooth.
That is
That
dangerous
is
good.
dangerously smooth for 8.6.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
early on a Saturday morning, it goes down a little too easy.
Great way to start the day.
Click, 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 click.
Goes well with toothpaste.
Oh.
No,
Okay.
no.
So I think we could probably all agree the flavors are definitely pumpkin.
Yeah.
But it follows the spices. It's a lot of nutmeg. Not so much maybe cinnamon, more nutmeg.
A little bit. Kind of the aftertaste is almost a little bit like
You know?
yeah.
What is
Are you a Fireball fan? Is that
Well, like not like a everyday kind of thing. Once in a while.
I wake up in the morning, I have a couple shots, I
What's
get
the one
work.
that's cinnamon? Is that Fireball?
That's Fireball, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's not another one?
Oh, Gold.
Yeah.
Okay, you're old Goldschlager.
Yeah.
Goldschlager for
Did
you.
you say you're old? Is that what you said?
Maybe.
Okay. You're not wrong.
We can play the tape back on that one.
Let's rewind and see. Yep. In fact, he was called.
Well, you're old.
We're all old. Well, us three. I don't know what.
Old.
Carly doesn't look old.
I'm not old.
Carly
Charlie is definitely not old. I'm not. 17.
I have to be 21 to be here.
Sure. We are we're completely insulated from
Yeah.
any
So-
local laws
Yes.
in this house.
Okay. So, is it very sweet to you guys?
It is very sweet. Some of that's the alcohol.
It's I guess the high gravity, from my limited knowledge of this stuff, indicates sweetness.
A lot of times, yeah.
When you get that, especially with the IPAs, with have the higher gravity, it certainly is much
So I wasn't trying to cut you off,
candy-like.
but I was.
I'm trying to. Don't interrupt me interrupting.
No, it's the process of alcohol is the yeast eating the sugar. So to get the higher alcohol, you have to have more sugar. So leads into being sweeter.
Mm-hmm.
You get sometimes a little bit of unprocessed sugar maybe in here. It's not quite eaten all the way up.
I need to get like a science sound effect or music bed.
And there's somebody that just yells out, "Science!"
Science!
You think of weird science?
No, there is that. But no, that's not
Okay.
She blinded me with science.
that could work. This is good. I like this. I think that more than one of these could weigh on the tongue. Whenever there's a lot of sweetness in a drink of any sort.
You definitely you hear you taste the there's like a heavy like a bourbon-esque type of aftertaste coming through.
Yeah.
Right?
The bourbon sweetness, the bourbon, kind of mapley.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. I would agree. Yeah, there's a little bit of maple to it now.
What as you guys get older, how have your thoughts changed about Halloween? Now, Carly, you're in a different, you're probably, hey, let's go out, honky tonkin'. Dress up, right?
Yeah.
Which is like, every day for you.
No.
Right.
I still love Halloween. I feel like it's a great way to dress up and meet people and go to bars. Last year when I went out on Halloween, I feel like people were much friendlier, and I made just new connections, and people are just in a good mood.
Ben?
I've always enjoyed Halloween. The older I get, the less I enjoy having to put up any sort of decorations.
Christmas too, right?
Yeah, kind of. It's just we don't have kids, and so it's to get the decorations in the house.
Who am I
going to do this? We're going to put a couple pumpkins out, and we're going to turn the light on Halloween and hand out candy if we're there. It was fun, thanks. But it's kind of nice, and I'm going to be dressing up and going to a show, and that's going to be fun. You get, like you said, you get everybody that's they get into a different mindset. They're not themselves that day. They're somebody else, and so they the freak flags fly, and people come out of their shells, and it's always kind of interesting to see what happens.
Yeah.
Go
a lot of
show.
women wearing skimpy clothing and a lot of guys wearing skimpy clothing.
You had to go there, Mike. You had to make it weird.
Sex sells.
The guys dress up as nurses, what? The sexy nurse things, and yeah.
So last night, one of the singers for the show, she was dressed up as the nurse from the Blink 182 album.
Oh yeah,
back in the day.
yeah.
It was kind of hot.
What show was this?
It was a Foo Fighters cover band. Fingernails Are Pretty.
Fingernails are pretty.
It was good.
We're going to see
It's
a
fun.
Huey Lewis and the News tribute band in November at the Franklin Theater.
Is it hip to be square again?
Oh man, I can't wait. That's one of my
I used to
bucket
love
list
their
items.
music, man. Growing up, Dad had their albums, and I used to listen.
What do you mean used to? It's like it's
Well, it's not like it's on regular.
timeless.
It's not like it's on regular rotation in my music playlist anymore. But I enjoyed it when I enjoyed it.
It's fun to play because you and I are both drummers.
Mm-hmm.
And it's great music to play. That's right. You're wearing the Working Drummer podcast shirt.
By the way,
God forbid you promote the actual podcast you're on, but whatever.
well, hey, so I did want to wear this, and I love this T-shirt, but I did want to give a shout out to Matthew Krause, who works there. He has a Working Drummer podcast. Awesome guy, super nice guy, and I've known him for years. And he was kind enough to have me on years ago doing a financial advisory thing. We did a live panel, with a bunch of musicians. It was really fun. All great folks, and he has some awesome drummers on there, some awesome people to listen to. So it is, if you like music and you want to listen to that stuff, check out the Working Drummer podcast. It's awesome.
So you like dressing up for Halloween as a nurse, is what you're saying?
That's what I was getting at.
Okay.
No, I wax and wane, man. Some years I'm like all in, and some years I could give two farts about it. I don't know. It just depends on where I am.
Right.
But I mean, yeah, it's my Gemini nature, I guess. So there are some years I get dressed like hardcore, like the whole skeleton face painted, going crazy, just having a ball. Just go out. Some years I'll go try to figure out how I can scare as many kids as possible. You know, when they come to get the candy. Some years I'm just like, nope.
Don't want to do it.
Nope.
Huh.
I don't know. It just depends. I don't know. It is a great excuse to have fun. I will tell you a not funny story, and probably why that I have mixed emotions. I used to be all in on Halloween and just going out and doing stuff. But years ago, when I first moved to Nashville, we went to a Nine Inch Nails concert on Halloween, and it was an awesome show. And I did not drink. And then afterwards, we decided to go to a bar just across the street, right across the street.
Eddie George's? Was it that?
What?
Eddie George's? Wasn't that across the street from the Bridgestone?
I couldn't tell you what the name of the place was, man.
Across Broadway or across 4th?
Across 4th.
Okay. I think I know that place.
Anyway, yeah. So we went in, and they were playing music. Everything was cool. Everything's, fun as a DJ. And everybody's dancing, having a good time. And I said, well, I'll have a drink. Mm-hmm. So I ordered a rum and Coke. And I'm hanging out, kind of dancing a little bit on the floor, but I'm not right at the front. And this girl with these freaking stupid fairy wings right in front of me just kept, I'm like, come on! And it was packed, so I couldn't move, and I'm just getting wing blasted in the face repeatedly, and I'm like, this is so ridiculous. So I move, and a different girl with freaking fairy wings knocks my drink right on me, and I went, that's it? I'm out. I was just done. I was fairy winged out. So we left. I did not know that the car we were in had auto headlights. Or did not have auto headlights, and my car had auto headlights. So when you get in the car, they automatically turn on at night, right? This car did not have that. So I'm driving around downtown Nashville because it's so lit without headlights on. Got pulled over.
Just with like the
smelled like
parking lights on?
rum and Coke.
Smelled like rum and Coke.
Because of the wind girl.
So I had to do the stupid walk the line stuff and everything, and I'm just trying to wrestle. I was mad, man. Yeah, all because some stupid fairy wing kept just my day.
Fucking fairy wings.
Fairy wings. Don't wear fairy wings. I like your costume.
I need
your
some
costume is great. I enjoy that.
Easy Halloween costumes. That's one problem with Halloween I have is the older I get, I have less imagination, less creativity. I'm like, I don't want to go spend $100 on a costume I'm going to wear once and never wear again. So it's like, okay, what do I have that I can throw together to be something, right? So easy Halloween costume ideas. Go.
A cat.
A cat. Ooh, that would get a lot of attention.
Ken?
Ken?
Wait, how is that easy? Because you have a tail laying around somewhere.
Because it's little girl cat ears. You put a little black, paint your nose black, and bam.
There's
some whiskers.
You had like a furry costume or something with the tail, and it just laid there. Easy costume. I don't know.
Yeah,
all right.
made fun of by every guy at work, and all the women at work will absolutely love me for it.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
We went to a Halloween party once, my wife and I, but we had young kids, and it was what we call our backdoor neighbor. There we go.
I was waiting for him to put on the Barry White music.
Neighbors that live in the back of us, and we would take turns because one of us had to stay home because the kids were little and we didn't want to leave them alone. So we bought a hard hat with a light on it, and we went as unaccompanied minors.
Oh, Jesus, that's great.
That's a great idea.
That is great.
I like it. I like it.
Or you can do the office thing and put 3 dots on your shirt and go as a 3-hole punch version of yourself. Because they sold paper at the and Jim, he didn't like dressing up for Halloween, so he put 3 black dots on himself on his white shirt. I'm a 3-hole punch version of myself. If you could make dad joke, if you could do like a walking dad joke version of a Halloween costume, what would it be?
Ooh. That's tricky. I was still trying to figure out the easy costume. I guess I was thinking the easy costume for me is like finance manager. Just wear a nice suit. There you go.
Have like a binder and then some glasses.
I did one year just go as the devil. as a businessman. All I did was find really dark round sunglasses and put them on and slicked my hair back, and I wore one of my suits.
Right.
I was
See,
I
like
was phoning it in that year. I did not care. That was one of the years where I was just like, whatever. It worked.
I actually did I platinumed my hair in radio one time, and it was the Fifth Element version of Bruce Willis.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
That's a good movie.
Yeah.
Big bada boom.
I haven't seen that in a while. It's one of those ones that I can watch over and over again and enjoy. It's good stuff.
It's one of those comes on TV. I'm stuck watching it movies.
Yeah.
Dude who plays the bad guy, what is his name?
Gary
Gary Oldman. God, what a great actor, man. Everything he does, I'm just like...
Very underrated.
Yes.
You know, I was like halfway through whatever the first Batman movie he was in before I realized it was him.
Commissioner Gordon?
Yeah, I was like, wait, this guy.
Well, that's what, I didn't know who he was at the time, and I went back and I saw that it was Gary Oldman in The Fifth Element, and I went, no, that's not. Like, I had no idea that was, I couldn't even tell.
Batman, professional. Oh, yeah.
Great actor.
He is.
Didn't he do a Dracula movie, too?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Did he?
Yeah, there we go. Halloween, look at that.
There we go.
No coincidence.
You know why he said he took that role?
Why?
Because they paid
Because
him?
there's one line in there where he's like, I crossed oceans of time to be with you, or something like that. So yeah,
One line got him.
I just wanted to say that line. I think that was him.
Oh, wow.
Pretty cool.
Interesting.
Hopeless romantic.
Right before this show, we were watching Billions. Anybody watching that show?
I've not seen it.
That's a good show. It's one of those thinking shows, like it's chess in real life. Not real life, but, in a drama situation. And they, even in this latest episode, because they're winding down the entire series, where the characters are, diametrically opposed or trying to take each other down, yada, yada, yada. And they're getting to the point where they're just, like, trying to outthink, like they're 5 steps ahead of each other in a way. Like, well, I know that you know that I know that you know, but I know that you know. One of those types of scenarios. And it's just, it's almost like ridiculous.
I don't know.
I know, you know.
No, I'm not.
And the episode ended
More
where
than I know, don't you?
the protagonists have...
Oh, you're going to kill it for everybody?
No, sorry. I'm not being specific.
I'm
I
saying,
know, just mess with
all I see in my head right now is the one scene from Dodgeball.
We go
How
from
did that-
Billions to
You know what I
Dodgeball.
think? Do you think,
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
you know the scene I'm talking about, where it's Ben Stiller, and he's kind of going through that whole scenario. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we got a lot of good movie references to go watch movies. So, what would this pair with? Is there anything this pair? Okay. Did we mention this is 8.8?
Oh, you know what it would go good with?
Reset.
The Annie Ann's pretzels, but like the cinnamon sugar.
Oh yeah, that would work. A little bit of salty, a little bit of sweet.
Yeah, a little bit of salt on there, I think would help. Like,
I've never had the Annie Ann's, but it makes me wonder how it would go with like the Buc-ee's nuggets.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is, but
You know what Buc-ee's is, right?
yeah.
Okay, so
Big
there's like,
gas station.
they got like puffed corn nuggets or something like that. They'll do like a white cheddar jalapeno, but then they got like a cinnamon sugar or something like that.
All right, I'm in on that. The Annie Ann's or Annie's or whatever they are, those pretzels are. Anytime I've ever been pretzel, they're the jalapeno ones.
But, I mean, is it with the sweetness on top of the sweetness kind of be too much, you think?
yeah, I don't know. That's why I'm thinking like maybe not so much sugar. Like ask them if they can do half salt, half sugar.
It'd be good for one, right? One pretzel, one beer. You don't want to keep doing that, I think.
Yeah, a little bellyache.
Just a good old stadium pretzel with mustard, I think would be good with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you'd have the savory that goes along with the sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got the dumb, easy answer. A Thanksgiving meal.
Yeah. Turkey, some mashed potatoes.
Cranberries.
It's pumpkin pie, but alcoholic for those of us who like that too.
Yeah. Is it something that you'd be able to kind of pound and have one after another?
Only if you have one goal, and that's to not remember your own name.
Right.
I would not do that.
Mm-hmm.
I could have 2 of these in a row, I think.
Yeah, I could see that.
I'd be done after that. But
Yeah.
I will say that talking about, as I've mentioned before, the beer time and being sweet and that kind of weighing on the tongue, this is not seeming to do that for me, which is good. It does kind of wash away pretty quickly, so it doesn't linger, which is good. That's what you want. You want the flavor of the beer fresh. You don't want it just to linger forever so that you just get bored with the same flavor.
What has been your flavor as of late? What's your go-to?
Hold on. I'm salty. Not my flavor. I don't know. My flavor of late. What do you mean?
Just, what have you been drinking?
Wine?
Been drinking a lot of wine?
Yeah, I've been drinking a lot of wine. I've gotten more into the. I used to hate white wine, and then I found Austrian whites, and I love them. So I've been exploring those. Just stuff like that.
I've actually been really digging Mick Ultra. I know it's a bad word.
No, that's not. That's fine. There's a time and a place for it, right?
Yeah, we went to the beach last week and we had a couple of specialty beers and stuff. And I'm going, I'm just not in the headspace for it. I just want to chill out, relax, not think about it, not have to process it, And that's actually on the latest clip that we put up about the game day beers.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing for a game day. You don't really want to, have to process what you're tasting. You just kind of want to, it's like drinking water with flavor.
Well, there's beer for the sake of
side effects.
Yeah, there's beer for the sake of beer, and then there's beer just because it's a social aspect or lubricant or whatever. Yeah. Football beer like we talked about. There's no reason to really care too much about beer. It's not focused on that. Yeah.
I kind of think that's why people. Please don't take offense to this. I'm about to fire some shots. I think that's why people like IPA so much because so many of them kind of just taste the same.
Mm-hmm.
That you can kind of drink it without having to process it or think about it, and it's still a craft beer, and it's you get a lot of the hops, and if you're not really paying attention, it all kind of blends together.
Ooh, we got a comment on the live feed.
Oh,
Matt Dubio, good friend of mine from Chicago.
Oh, cool.
Mics aren't feeding audio. Okay, Matt. We're working on it. So we're just trying stuff out.
That's pretty funny. So they're just watching us make gestures.
It's actually the room mics. The mics on the cameras are actually picking up the audio.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Next time.
Thanks for watching.
all right.
Cheers.
Salud.
Okay. Wow.
So I was thinking of anything else that this would pair well with. This, much like the other cheesecake one that we talked about, this would work with like just a plain cheesecake. That Publix cheesecake you got when we paired it with that
wasn't that good?
The bile beer,
right?
Holy crap, it was good. And
Courtney did say that she still thought the beer tasted like crap. So
I want some grilled chicken with a good like peppery Kansas City barbecue sauce. Not you don't want a sweet barbecue sauce.
Yeah, I was going to
This
say.
one, like Kansas City barbecue sauce is generally a lot, not as more peppery.
not a cigar beer. I'm not detecting.
No.
Not a pizza beer either, because I always go to the pizza.
Well, if it was a white pizza, maybe not with marinara sauce.
Not an odd.
You'd have to do like a fall pizza. Like they got one at Tenfold with like butternut squash and goat cheese or something like that.
Right.
That might work.
Right. Something with just a really good extra virgin olive oil and some basil. And again, the herbs and stuff that you would get, when you think of more fall
Sage.
kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, there you go.
Let's
get
get
a
a
rating.
rating.
I'm gonna give it 8 pumpkins.
Mm.
I think 8 pumpkins is a good score.
Yeah.
Well, come on, man. What are we doing here?
8.00.
There we go. Ding, ding, ding.
0.
All right.
Going even for you just to shake it up a little bit.
Nice. Carly, what do you think?
Yeah, 7.5 pumpkins.
7.5, 7.5 pumpkins. All right. Mickle.
I give this a full turkey dinner plus 8 out of 10 slices of the pumpkin pie.
So I would say, as Thanksgiving is coming up,
No whipped cream?
No, it's sweet enough. I would not add whipped cream.
as Thanksgiving is coming up, let's give Southern Tier a little nod as a nice little compliment to your Thanksgiving meal.
Yeah,
I think that would be good.
this
We
works
should
well.
seek it out.
I would recommend it if you get a chance to find it. You always have a chance to find it. Just drive to a different state. If you get a chance to try it, I would recommend that you do so. It's definitely good.
Now, Carly, you said you brought this here to us from Ohio. Okay.
Yes.
And
Cleveland has a tap room too.
And are they distributing nationally? You know where you can find this down here?
I've seen this here.
Have you?
Okay. Yeah, definitely in Cleveland. Yeah, and just good memories going to Southern Tier in college, doing a flight of their pumpkin beers and trying all of them, and
Would it perhaps be available at one of the fine local wine and spirits locations here in Tennessee?
Probably.
Particularly in Cool Springs.
Thanks, sir. I mean,
I
Cool
love
Springs
Jim's
wine,
marketing.
spirits, pasta.
Marketing.
At
I wasn't trying to give them any props. All right, they got to pay for that.
Yes. 8.6 this looks be in the grocery store.
Really?
Supermarkets.
Come to think of it, I feel like I've seen that in a Kroger or a Publix before.
Oh yeah.
I mean, what did I read? They're one of the top tier, one of the largest of craft beer breweries at this point in time. So,
wow.
I mean, I have a feeling that happened because they have really good distribution.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to grow that big if you're just doing local.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
cool.
Pumpkin pie in a glass.
Indeed.
It is.
Good stuff.
You got to wonder if almost you could put whipped cream on top of it. Would it?
No.
No.
It's too sweet. You think you...
Well, I mean, pumpkin pie, you put whipped cream on top with ice cream and stuff like that.
But
So
pumpkin pie is, if done right...
Right.
Okay, so thinking in Italian dessert styles, you don't want a dessert to be very sweet. A dessert doesn't have to be. It's just sugar is an American thing, man. Just stuff as much sugar as possible.
Just
into
creamy it,
stuff.
just little cream right in the glass, creamy it up a little bit.
maybe around the rim of the glass, possibly.
Have you seen the thin little like red wine and milk? Apparently people
Oh dear
mix-
God!
Yeah,
No.
Is it good?
I don't know. I'm too scared to try it. But
No.
I've also seen Dr. Pepper
Sounds
with
horrible.
2 creamers. Go through the drive-through, get Dr. Pepper
Okay.
with 2 creamers.
There's this place in Franklin. It was it's like the shop or a bunch of stores inside of a big. I can't remember the name of it.
A mall?
It's where the boxing tournament. It's right next to the boxing place that Evan was at.
Oh yeah.
What's that?
Oh, it's called the Factory.
The
in
Factory.
Franklin. Yeah.
Yeah, so there was this place there that was selling like the Utah style sodas. So it's you get Dr. Pepper with creamer and sugar. And
Cream
it's-
soda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Why the flying
it's
heck?
so good.
So it's a cream
Well,
wine.
ours is like just
So it'd
sugar.
be a cream wine or a cream beer.
Right. What would you like in your sugar drink? Oh, I'd like some extra sugar, please, because
I know it's ridiculous.
it is. Holy crap!
Ever have beer and ice cream?
I'll have the Wilford Brimley, please.
Yes, I have. I've poured some different stouts over ice cream before, and I bet you
It's
have.
pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Beer over ice cream.
Yeah.
Kind of like a
Like a-
beer
like a-
float, but with a beer float.
You're probably going to do
Yeah.
something like a,
Chocolate stout,
This-
vanilla
this
ice
could
cream.
work.
This, yeah, okay.
yeah, vanilla ice cream.
Mhm.
Mm.
That could work.
That's right.
Make a little reduction with this, pour it over, thicken it up, and pour it over the ice cream.
Ben is a worldly man.
Try.
Awesome. Well, so yeah, folks, if you get a chance, give this one a shot. I think we're going to wrap this episode up, but it was worthwhile. Check it out. If you can find it, get it. Have a good Thanksgiving meal with it.
Yeah.
And yeah, give us a like. Let people know about us. Get us some sponsors.
Where can they do that?
At the alesandtalespodcast.com, you can find all the audio listening. You can also go to YouTube and find us at the Ales and Tales Podcast, Instagram at the Ales and Tales Podcast. Are you noticing a trend?
That's right.
Yeah, just love to hear your response. If you guys have had a chance to try this, let us know what you think. We're curious. Love to hear about people's experiences with beers, and hopefully you've enjoyed ours. So until next time, cheers.
Cheers.
We are out.
I've been burping like crazy.
Burping?
Burping.
That's a chance to
Burpish burping.
I was actually going to say that. I was like, cat break.
Can't break.
Cat break.
Cat
See,
break.
little sweetheart.
I haven't seen her in a while. I did hear her.
We can get that fed in there.
Yeah.
I love hearing different people the way they talk to cats.
So I guess I could probably do a headphone out into the back of one of these.
Definitely not afraid of anybody or anything.
No.
She's a sweetie. She's a sweetie, Lois.
Can't tell if she likes the attention, huh?
Gotta get the picture for the Instagram there so we can see the cat we're talking about.
Oh, yeah. Hold on,
Yeah, put the cat next to it.
Next to the microphone.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, there you go. That almost. One more time. Hey, there we go. Perfect. That'll work. That's a good picture. Too photogenic creatures.
Oh. A little too relaxed.
For the record, mouse fart.
Oh.
Did she fart on you? Really? Wow.
Carly is now swimming in the mouse fart.
Oh.
Mouse farts?
Mouse fart. No, that's not how you air her out. You do this. Here, take her outside and shake her.
The next episode, I can like wear the glove.
That is funny.
Wear the glove for the next episode.
Just to pretend like nobody notices.
She read that in the sheet.
Feel cool with this. I don't have to walk.
It's like sitting there, what?
Yeah, I got it.
Don't say a word.
Hey, what's
So
going on?
pretend like
It's
you're not even
I am every Marvel hero.
Like I bent down to
Like the shield, the axe, and the glove. Like holding the glove, holding the axe.
There's some good
Some,
cats.
almonds?
She's got some cats.
Yes, they're just
Little snack.
not friendly.
Yeah.
That's good.
We're trying to eat better.
That's
Trying.
I've been really feeling good at it. The beer is not a big downfall. Beer and whiskey and tequila. But we're cutting back on the carbs I eat. I know I'm going to be drinking.
What's that?
I'm cutting back on the carbs I eat because
You
I
should
don't
not
want to be
listen
drinking.
to energetic music before these things because they get old.
My lunch.
Hmm?
My lunch pretty much every day this week was baked chicken, and broccoli, and carrots, and Brussels
Yeah.
sprouts.
That's good stuff.
A little cream cheese whip.
Clean food, man.
That was good.
Got some almonds?
Almonds. Break out the claws.
Yeah.
Stab, stab. Dude, all cats.
Yeah, you can't be in here, you know.
Subconscious ninjas. They don't realize it. They're just like. Orange cat, black outfit.
Where did that go?
Right behind
Good, you Evan?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Back out here. Daddy cat hole.
Yeah.
I forgot about the sound. Probably be moving my drums in here.
Oh yeah, in here?
Upstairs.
Oh cool. Well, as long as the lease.
Hmm? Year and a half, but we got property in play.
That's what I was wondering.
Mhm.
I'm going to sell. I think I'm going to sell both of my kits because one of my clients and a buddy of mine, he has a hookup with DW. He's sponsored,
Mm-hmm.
so he can get them at like 70% off. So I'll sell both the kits and get a kick ass.
E-dub?
Yeah, when they
Yeah.
they're not
Tipping.
bad, you snip
Hmm?
it 'cause they can smell the animal.
E-dubs are nice.
Yep.
Hey.
Both of these in. Lower those down. See if that works. Let's see.
Cat person.
Settings,
Hey, gotta watch it out. Sorry.
system sound, okay, speaker.
Okay, so here's the question.
Mm-hmm.
Do we do an oat cream ale? Excuse me, I apologize. Oat cream IPA. Or do we do the Duchess de Bourgogne?
Do that for
Flemish
episode.
red.
I was trying to figure out how to pronounce that, what it was. That was so funny.
Yes.
Burgon, no,
Bergen?
Burgon.
Bourgogne.
It makes sense now that you hear it, but
Just
it's
a
like, when you're looking
Great.
at it.
All right. French.
France.
How would you
Hey, now.
pronounce that?
Duchesse de
Settings.
Bourgogne.
Ah,
So,
there you go. See?
Bourgogne.
Well,
Bourgogne.
But
I
it's
like
no.
Dutch,
Just
not
a
French.
yeah, I know, but still, it's close enough.
Hello, 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 hello.
Oh, shit. Microphone in the ass.
Hello, tell me your name.
How to
Camera settings.
pronounce
It's a sweet, fruity tasting, pleasant, sour oakiness, refreshing.
Hello, hello, hello. Why is it still happening?
Way too cold right now.
they've been out.
Now, still that cold?
Oh, just quit with the intro.
8 months, minimum of 8 months in these oak vats. Then they blend the two. Very 6% alcohol by volume. It's a Flanders. 6% alcohol by volume. Basically, they brew up this. Chris, thank you so much for joining me once again.
Hello, hello, hello.
Today, guys, I felt like doing a Belgian beer, so that's what we're doing. It's a big one too, a very popular one. This, my friends, is Dutch de Bourgogne. 6%.
That sounds Italian. I don't know about that guy.
Right.
No.
I guess it depends on where you're from and how you say it.
This guy's gonna know.
Yes, wine videos, and we're looking at how to say the name of this famous winery.
Hey, 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 hey. Hello. Okay, okay. Oh.
It's like the Grinch almost.
Like the Jim Brewer laugh.
Goat man. Goat boy.
Goat boy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ready?
Let's do it.
Weak.
Our human DJ, Jim McCarthy, bringing us what's going on, everybody. Welcome to the Ales and Tales podcast, bringing another episode to you with another beer tasting. This one's going to be interesting. I'm excited because I know these two haven't tried this before. We have, and if you've seen our early episode, I think it's like episode 8.
Sure.
It was the first time I tried this, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. First, I'm going to start us off with a beer quote because why not? I got my trusty House of Representatives. It's official documentation, folks. The House of Representatives folder. I love that.
What? Get that thing.
It's a long story. I had a client that's up there.
So you stole it from DC.
I was like, hey, I want one of those. And he went, all right.
I'm a taxpayer.
I'm stealing
That's
some
right.
of my
Give it to me.
taxes back.
So, yeah. Now I'm officially part of the U.S. House of Representatives. Okay, so I'm going to do two quotes because these are short, but these are pretty good. So the first one, when I read about the evils of drinking, I gave up reading. That's Paul Horning. And 24 hours in a day and 24 beers in a case? Coincidence? I think not. That was H.L. Mencken.
A lot of beers.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Jim just likes to start the episodes off with that sound effect.
It's like dad jokes. You got to kick the dad jokes with.
There we go.
He has his favorites.
He does. He does.
You know-
He's got the presets.
You guys could too be in this position if you just learned how to do it. That's all.
I don't see being able to get you out of that seat, though. I think you enjoy it too much.
Hey, I mean, anybody wants to step up, I'm more than happy to take your seat.
We'll see what happens. I might figure that out one day. No, in reality, there's no way.
You see all I'm doing here for crying out loud.
It's true. It's just hitting the same buttons. 3 buttons.
You're funny.
I got
Yeah,
this.
that's all I do. I do nothing else but hit buttons.
3 buttons.
I push your buttons. That's what I do.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. 3-button Jim. One of them is me. So I'm going to read what this is. So today, we are going to give a whirl to Duchess de Bourgogne, which apparently I've been pronouncing wrong this whole time. Before this, we were listening and trying to figure out how to say it. It is a Flemish red. So I'm going to read a little bit about this. Duchess du Bourgogne. That's going to be hard to do. Bourgogne is
Bourgogne.
and then, you have to do the French. Bourgogne.
Just clear your throat.
Produced. Here's a fun one for you. Produced by Brewerage Verhage in Viet,
Oh my
Belgium.
gosh. Just freaking cram through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Props to anybody that can pronounce Brouwerij Verhaeghe.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
That works.
That's the correct way to do it. Yep.
Yep.
After a primary and secondary fermentation, this ale is matured in oak barrels for 18 months. The final product is a blend of a younger 8-month-old beer with an 18-month-old beer. The name of the beer is meant to honor the Duchess Mary of Burgundy, the only daughter of Charles the Bold. God, we had way better names back then. After taking a sip of a beer, I was not a fan. And then it grew on me to the point of where I actually will buy this on the regular, maybe a couple of times, 3 times or so a year, and just have it just because. So I've let this sit out a little while because apparently it's not the greatest when it's super cool. So I've let it kind of just be
Cellar
chilly.
temp. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cellar temp. That is very wine country, which, by the way, this is from the wine country.
So let's say 46 and 54 degrees.
Mm.
So yeah, cellar temp.
I'm so excited to see how our new folks enjoy this. So, by the way, I didn't even introduce anybody this episode. I apologize.
What is this podcast, by the way? What are we listening to?
I said it at the intro, the Ales and Tales podcast.
what's
Because I welcome people to the Ales and Tales podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, where am I?
Just in case you were wondering, this is the 3-button podcast.
One of them being yours.
Yes. I totally derailed. Oh, so with me are this is the crew. This is our core crew.
Crew, baby.
The crew, the beer crew, the ale.
This is so much fun to watch him
amigos.
struggle right now.
I'm working through it. The ale amigos.
There's a 4th button right there. So.
The beer buds. The IPA lot.
Do you have a wrap it up button up there?
I'm just waiting. I'm just,
Wrap it up.
Fair enough. All right.
Wrap it up, homie. You better wrap that button up, B.
He's just going down the list now. He's just clicking every one of them. Just,
That's right. Let's add more buttons.
right. More buttons. So Ben Purrier,
Hello.
who's been with us since the beginning.
Yeah.
Carly Duggan, who's recently joined us as a regular. So glad to have her with us.
And the reason why she's wearing a skeleton costume, because we're batch recording this, and it's a few weeks before Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
She
Not even a
surprised
few.
us with it.
We're really close to Halloween, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yep.
She showed up dressed up and made us all feel like we didn't have any Halloween spirit.
Yeah.
We were dressed up, but she made us dress down.
Yeah.
She didn't like the costume. She
That's right.
put the Nicks on.
I'm just like a podcast host right now.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Wearing the shirt of the wrong podcast.
Nailed it, man.
Yeah, but it's a great podcast.
Yeah, but you don't wear the name of the band of the show you're going to go see.
Right. You don't do
Tell
that
that to
man.
Kiss.
Well,
They're the band. They wear their own shirts while they're playing.
right. They are a marketing company that
right.
happens to make music.
Yeah.
Not that great music. Sorry for those
Wow.
of you. Not a Kiss
Ooh,
fan.
shots fired.
That's okay. They're still way more rich than I am,
They are.
by far. It works for them. And then Jim McCarthy, who's joined us a good while back to help increase the quality of what we provide and
don't know about that.
to push repeated buttons. Mainly mine.
4 to be exact.
Yes. He added a new button, folks.
Hilarious.
What would you say?
Hilarious.
Hilarious. All right. I'm going to crack this thing open because I'm excited for this one. It is perfect that you are wearing a scary costume because this, even though this isn't a Halloween beer, this is kind of a scary beer because I'm not a sour person. I'm a sweet guy. I don't like sours typically, but this one can mess with people.
Where's that dad joke button?
I don't know. You need to label those things.
It's too late now, yeah.
Yeah. The time has passed.
I'm actually adjusting camera levels. Hold on.
Scary.
You guys don't think I do
I'm
anything
excited.
over here.
This is delicious.
It is delicious.
So
We'll
I'll
start
look-
with one and see how much anybody enjoys
I'll
before
drink
I
one.
open the second one.
Sounds
Carly's like,
good.
yeah.
Better be safe than sorry. Don't want to waste
I'll
beer.
just drink the other one. It's okay. Y'all split one. I'll drink one.
Jeez, that's dark. That's a sour?
Yeah.
It looks like a stout.
Flanders Flemish Red. So I mean, if you get up in the light, you'll see it's got a nice ruby color to it.
What about that much?
It's I mean, it's
Yeah, all right,
6.2%.
I love it. Not afraid. Now we're gonna open up the second.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. It's only, I mean, it's an 11.2 ounce bottle too, so it's a little, small bottle. That 1/8 of an ounce is
Makes a difference.
Makes a difference.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And where's it going?
Thank you, sir.
I can smell it from here.
I know. As soon as I popped it open, I was like, whoa.
Little cherry.
How'd that go again? Thank you. Look at that.
All right.
Oh, my goodness.
So, Carly, how was that?
Whoa.
Jim, take a whiff real quick on
Yeah,
camera.
I think it's like, this and a gas can. I'm not exactly sure what the difference is.
What?
Yeah.
You guys are crazy. Look, smell that cherry.
Yeah.
Smells like
excited.
Elmer's.
Cherry and oak.
Smells like Elmer's.
Smells like cement.
All right.
Model cement.
Go drink your Mick Ultra.
I'm gonna build a model airplane with this after the show.
It does kind of have that
It has like a cement.
chemically gluey thing.
Yeah.
Lacquerish.
So funny. I forced myself to learn something I didn't want to learn, which was French polishing, which involves shellac. And this smells a lot like the chemicals over there.
It just all sounds dirty.
Yeah, I know. So I from my mom's
Hey,
estate,
honey, will you grab this shellac? I need a French polisher.
I need to work on my French polish. Did you try it?
Yeah.
Did you? What's her reaction?
Well, my first reaction was, but now it's like it kind of grows on you a little bit.
Yep.
Like
Quickly, doesn't it? Yeah.
it's a sipper. You don't want to like take a big gulp.
This is not a gulper. No.
It's very bizarre.
Jim,
I haven't taken a sip.
get on
yet.
camera. Put that camera on you.
Kind of hits you right in the back of the sides of the tongue. You
Yeah.
got to get over the palate shock. That's the first sip. Work it around. Let it kind of coat. Take another sip.
My eyes are watering.
It's not even that sour.
Well, but you don't expect it.
It's more like vinegar.
It really
it
is.
is, it
Yes,
is.
like apple cider vinegar.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
The first time I took a sip of this, I was like, what the? Because it was just vinegar.
The flagnards.
Flagnards.
Oh my gosh.
But after that passes, you get candied cherries, plums, dates. You get so much fruitiness. Blackberries, any kind of
Yeah.
berry, really raspberry, everything. There's a lot of fruit in it. Which I'd never thought about alembic before compared to this. If you've ever had one of those, think of it being less sour and more sweet. That would be the same basic thing. So. But yeah, so for the record, in case we did not describe the bottle, the box, we dove right into this one. So
I was excited.
real quick, it is it's got a picture of apparently the Duchess with she's not looking like she's ever had an outdoor jaunt before. No sun.
Very pale.
Very, very, very pale. With a bird on her hand for some reason. It's a very old school looking Flemish painting style. The ale itself actually keeps the head fairly decently. It stays thin, but it stays on there. It doesn't go away.
Laced.
And if you let this warm up, I remember it started actually producing almost, it is a little airy, produced little bubbles around it of separate head from the first time we had it. And it really changes depending upon how cold it is versus how warm it is. And the warmer it gets, the more I enjoy it because you get more of the fruit flavors from it. And I am not a fan of this type of thing typically. I am anything that's like a sour like this, and I don't even like vinegar. I can't stand the smell of vinegar. When you walk into a place and you can tell they've cleaned with vinegar, I'm like, I'm out. But this, love it.
Yeah, this is starting to grow on me.
Yeah.
That makes me happy and excited to hear.
Yeah, man, you changed me. I'm a changed man.
Yeah.
Very tart cherry, crab apple.
Crab apple.
Anything that has
Don't know
that
if I know
pucker.
what crab apple tastes like.
What's the ABV?
6.2.
2.2.
But beautiful color to it, almost like medjool dates.
Yeah.
That same
You get
kind of.
kinda either brown or
golden
red,
brown.
ruby,
Kinda-
depending on the light.
Kind of looks like Diet Coke.
Yeah.
I think kind of looks
Yeah.
like cheerwine.
Cheerwine's more pinkish.
Cheerwine's a little redder. This is a little more brown.
So,
Cheerwine, somebody dropped a little Coke in there.
all right. What do you guys smell when you smell this? And what do you taste when you taste it?
Cement.
A lot of cherry.
Yeah. Model cement.
Syrup.
Cherry cement.
I'm noticing a trend in his palate.
I'm fascinated by your palate. Like, I don't know if I know what cement smells like. I'm
Like
trying to,
model cement glue.
it's been a while since the last time I dealt with wet cement, I guess I was putting in my mailbox, and that was years
I'm not
ago.
talking about like driveway cement or concrete. I'm talking about, model
Glue cement.
Yeah, glue cement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Rubber glue.
Yeah. The really potent stuff.
The rubber cement like the kids used to sniff in class. You would always look at and go, he's going to go far. Yeah.
Is that what you did?
No, we had a kid in class that we used to watch that would do that a lot. And then there was also the kid that took the
Was
rubber
his
cement and
name
would
Mike?
coat his hand and then roll balls all day long. Have a big old glue ball at the end of the day. And I was like, you've
You
accomplished
said,
a lot.
what would he roll?
Rubber
I see
cement.
your finger over that button. Kiss my ass. He's waiting. Carly, what do you smell? Anything in particular?
You definitely get the fruit and the cherries. It kind of reminds me when I was in Normandy, I had a sour that kind of tasted similar to this, kind of European almost. I don't know how close Normandy is to Belgium, but pretty close.
Pretty close.
Pretty close.
Yep.
Yeah, so similar fruit vineyards.
I know they have beaches.
Yes.
It's Europe, so nothing's that far from anything else.
Right.
Yeah.
Like on the nose, it's weird. I almost get pennies. Like you get that kind
Like
of
copper. Yeah.
Really?
I can see that or smell that. Yeah, it's got like an irony, kind of a copper. You definitely get some vinegar. You do get the fermentation on it. Oak. So they age it in oak. Do you get any of the oak?
Not much, but
Yeah, I'm picking up hints of it. Or that I'm just saying to sound like I know what I'm talking about.
It's almost like if a what's that, molasses
Yes.
was fermented. Like a molasses vinegar.
might be onto something here. Can we make a fermented molasses drink?
I'm sure we could. It's sugar.
I'm already going to pairings and I'm feeling like a filet mignon.
Yeah. This would work very well with a steak.
A nice piece of beef.
Yep.
Beef Wellington, because it's got the breading on the outside, the crust, some mushrooms, which are more earthy and light, lots of herb, and then this, which brings in that more dark side of things to it, which would pair with the meat.
Well, now that you're going down that direction, I'm thinking
I just made myself hungry.
shepherd's pie.
Oh.
Yeah, that could work.
Yep.
This could go with a lot of things.
It
Really,
really could.
Roast chicken, roast duck.
You know what I'm
Pork
thinking?
chop. With the
Glazed
with the
carrots.
fruitiness.
Right? You ever have glazed carrots?
Yeah, I've had them. I'm trying to work that one into the.
For some reason, it's just popping into my head.
All right, next time you make some glazed carrots,
Yeah.
you're going to take a little food processor. You're going to take some cottage cheese, some green onion. You're going to, a little garlic maybe, whip that together. That's your base. Put the carrots on top, and then just take like some parsley and like some feta and some walnuts, chop it up, put it on top. Oh, man, I'm telling you, it's so good.
Sounds good.
Takes your carrot game to the next level.
And my carrot game's been lacking, I guess.
Man, you got to get on that carrot game, bro.
You're not wrong when you say this could go with a lot of things. You're even thinking like barbecue stuffed baked potato.
Yeah,
maybe the barbecue sauce too much on it, or
This could make a barbecue sauce.
yes.
This,
Yeah.
because it has the molasses, it has the kind of the vinegar, it has the fruitiness.
Or even a salad dressing.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, it kind of sounds weird, but
No, not at all. It makes sense.
I want to make this into a glaze and put it on roast duck.
I'm telling you, dude. That's the roast chicken, the roast duck. This would work very, very, very,
I'm
very
still
well.
thinking like big grilled pork chop.
And honestly, with the holiday coming up, Thanksgiving dinner,
yeah.
this could go very well with.
It's just so different than when you think beer. This
You
is
don't
what
think
you
that?
Yeah.
No.
at all, and
That's what I said.
it's not common, obviously here.
Maybe we can pair it with put the goza, the strawberry goza in this together and make something palatable.
Oh, yeah. Freaking hard.
make it something palatable.
Y'all are talking about this as a sipper. I'm struggling not just to like down it. 'Cause I love it so
I
much.
want to sip it often and
To
quickly.
savor it, yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Constantly want the flavor on my tongue.
It's good.
It is. It's every time I've had this, and I've ever since that episode, which was like over 3 or 4 years ago. Every time I buy it, when I first crack it open and I take that first sip, I'm like, yeah. And then I'm good. But that first sip, man, it's just like vinegar. It's like,
Yep.
God.
But you
And
get
then
past it.
All right, Jen,
Right.
You gotta test where you gotta take that noise, extract it out, and put it on the one of the buttons. Yeah.
Like the one I did in the Goza X episode.
Yeah.
That was an awful beer. Gosh.
It grew on me too, though.
Yeah,
Only 'cause
with
of
the cheesecake. Yeah.
With the cheesecake, it was great, but just in general, it did grow on me.
Yeah. Like
Something
a fungus.
flew past me there. Yeah, it was like a fungus. It was at my cordyceps, the one that and takes over ants and makes them explode and get the whole colony. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we get a lot of pairings with this. There's a lot of options with this, really. I mean,
Earth Day.
What?
Earth Day. Everything.
Earth Day. I was like, what? Earth Day?
Yes, Earth Day.
Earth Day. It would pair with Earth Day.
Now I'm getting
Planting trees. Oh, man, this would go nice with
get
a
my
good
nose
planted
good and in
fir.
there. There's a whole different suite of smells that are coming out of it.
Right, as it warms up.
Right.
It
And just wait a
changes.
while. If you put your hands on the glass, kind of warm it up a little bit, just give it a minute, which is what we ended up doing
The vinegar
in
dies
this
down a
episode.
little bit. The fruit comes out.
The first time we did this, we actually did a 2-part episode where we actually stopped for about 30 minutes and then started the recording again once it had warmed up because it had changed that drastically.
Yeah.
But it's again, if this is the perfect beer for somebody who really wants to try something way outside the box and who's wanting to get as many experiences as possible from one bottle. Because you really can. I mean, you can just drink it cold. It's great. After again the initial and then you let it warm if you want to. Pour a bottle into a glass and let it sit. Let it warm up, and then it totally changes. It's very cool. This, I think one of the reasons I've grown to like this so much is because it's kind of like a Scotch for me. Because as much as I love
Opens
Scotch,
up,
you can totally change a Scotch by the amount of temperature to it. It really changes depending upon just environmental factors in general.
Yeah.
Like good.
So I was trying to think of the word. When I was in Normandy studying abroad, we went to a Calvados distillery. So it's like an apple liqueur. And so it kind of tastes like that, like kind of strong apple, like almost like a liqueur a little bit. I kind of get that.
Definitely has a liqueur side to it. Almost. It doesn't really come across like a beer, right? It's not. This is not more like a wine, a low alcohol wine or something like that. But yeah, absolutely.
I had no idea you studied abroad.
Yeah, I was in 3 weeks in Normandy.
What was her name?
I was waiting for that. I
My
knew
French name?
Sorry.
No. A broad.
Study abroad.
As opposed to two broads.
Oh, man. You're not familiar with 1920s lingo, are you?
No.
Let's see.
This is, I apologize
bird
for
don't
Jim's
get it.
age. It just fell right out.
You guys all got the notion. Come on. I'm not the only old guy in here.
Wait, I thought you said you weren't old.
I wasn't.
I
And I'm
wasn't.
not.
I wasn't.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
I just
Now,
turned
however.
old right now. Now?
Can you tell we're midway through episode 2?
Yeah, 8.6 and then a 6.2. Good stuff. What was
The other day,
the French-
actually, sorry not to interrupt you, but I'm going to interrupt you. I put up on my Facebook page favorite 1920s sayings. Tomorrow, I said, tomorrow is, hold on, pulling it up here. Tomorrow is National Talk Like You're Living in the 1920s Day. Any good 1920s-esque phrases that come to your mind? That might be the cat's meow.
Sorry, I wasn't around then.
Yeah.
Look out, the stock market's crashing.
Look out, somebody's jumping off that building.
Don't put your money in the
do.
bank.
Yeah, I do love old lingo. Like you look up old names for things.
Yeah.
They look up old names for penises. Like it's pretty funny.
You know, Ben, I always thought of you as the bee's knees.
The bee's knees.
There's a drink called that.
It's actually a very good drink, too.
Don't take any wooden nickels.
Are you looking up stuff right now?
I'm actually looking at some of the responses. Don't be dewdroppers about this task. Make it Jake or go chase yourself. Trip the lights. 23 skidoo.
Trip the lights. Yeah, I get that.
Know your onions.
Oh,
No, you're
sport.
That's right.
Know your onion.
Hey, sport. Beat it. The dicks are coming. That dame's got stems.
Gams.
Gams. Where'd they come up with these words?
Well, I mean, look at our lingo now. In 20 to 30 years, people can be like, hey, look what they said.
Right?
Yeah. Well, what did you say back in the 90s? Tubular.
So I always love
Rad.
You can tell how old somebody is by the slang they refuse to give up. Like, do you still say
Crunk.
crunk? You said the bomb. Dope.
Thebomb.com.
I have never said crunk seriously.
Carly,
Ever. It had to be joke.
Yeah, I don't use the word crunk.
Let's get
what do
crunk,
you
yo.
use? What is your slang
Let's
that
get
you
crunk.
use?
That's cool.
Cool's been around forever. How about dude? Dude was big in the 90s.
Dude is,
Hey,
I
what
think,
up, dude?
is a multi-generational, not going away. Cool and dude.
Cool.
You know,
dude.
you're not going to have,
Yeah.
groovy had its time because that was the 60s and 70s.
Far out.
Far out. Tubular.
Yeah.
Tubular's more of a California
That's a California thing for the waves.
But you don't understand what tubular was? Why?
Wave.
Yeah, the waves.
Because you'd be
Creating
surfing through the tube.
Tube.
That's right. Surfers.
Yeah, it creates a tube, and that's the coolest part of the surf.
All right, so
That's
where
tubular.
did I want to know about modern lingo? Like, where did bussin' come from? Like,
Carly?
how did cap become lie?
I'm between a millennial and a Gen Z, so I don't know.
Look at his face. He didn't even know this. You never heard a kid say no cap?
No freaking.
No
When
cap
were you
means
born?
I'm not lying.
1997.
It's straight
Okay,
bussin', no
Meaning,
cap.
meaning I'm not shooting at you.
For real,
a bunch of
God.
BS.
Not bust a cap.
Not bust a cap. No. Bussin'. It's bussin', yeah.
Whatever.
It's kind of on fleet. That's all.
I'm going to go
that's
iron
old
my
now.
shoelaces and get
Yeah.
a choice bit of
I feel like
calico.
that's it was a year ago and it's old already.
That should be. Honestly, I think we should recycle the 20s. That would be more interesting than the stupid crap I hear today. I would be more interested in that.
But you got to say it like they said it, sharply, like the actors of old. Like the people that were on the that started the whole movie movement. Talkies is what they called them back in the day. They all talked like this. You know,
The talkies were the
don't you tell me
talkies.
about this.
Think about it. No. The talkies were the talkies. The movies were the movies because then it was a moving pictures. The movies, the talkies were the radio shows.
But I thought
That was
when
the
they
talkies.
added
And they
sound to
went-
the movies, they called them talkies.
It's literally the TALKIES was the talkies. We're
Really?
going to listen to the talkies.
That's right.
And then they came to the movies because now they're moving. Now we get to see moving pictures. They're the movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, radio came before.
Way before.
Yeah, way before because it was
Correct. It was just-
Marconi.
We're going to listen to the talkies.
That's right.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, whatever.
So, with that being said, though, I mean, a lot of how they even acted back then. What if we brought that back and talked in the style of people like newscasters? Because they all talk like this.
Well, I'm not going to talk like that.
You kind of already do.
Do I?
Yeah.
Do I?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have a very intentional way of talking. You have a very broadcaster-esque puking approach to communicating.
Puking?
That is a term
What
in
does that
radio. They
mean?
call it puking. That's right, everybody.
What's the definition of that?
It is so basically, if you were a DJ, you'd be like, "That's right, it's the home of rock and roll, I-95. We're gonna get the weekend started with a little lover boy. This is called puking on the home of rock and roll, I-95.1 with Ready for the Weekend." You hit the post. Yeah.
So I was a DJ for a period of time. I guess that may have something to do with it. I don't know.
That's right.
Back in college, I had a show with my buddy Randall. It was good stuff. I enjoyed that.
Easy
Excuse
there,
me.
buddy.
Yep.
God, you're puking too much.
I gotta say, this is. It's almost like a juice box.
Yeah.
That's kind of turning into,
This
right?
is adult juice box. That's why
Yeah,
I'm letting
juicy
this sit
juice.
for a little bit. I'm trying not to mess with that.
Right.
A little bit. Just
We're
to
in the
give it some
tails
time.
portion of the Ales and Tails. But you get the whole hit the post thing for radio. Hitting the post, what I
Hitting-
described. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They would do it. They would talk right up to when the
Yeah. When they pop it into the.
what
the-
an
the-
art, man! What an art!
I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was cool getting, playing something and then somebody calling in going, what was that? And so it's kind of neat to get people into more music. That was
People
always fun.
really need to I think it's L.A. L.A. Radio or something like that. It's something on YouTube, and there are old school videos of these guys that had the wherewithal to put a camera on themselves or have somebody in the studio with them and record them doing their shift. Back in the 70s, even early to mid 80s, they weren't using any hard drives or anything at that point. You still had to pull your music. I think they were still playing it off of vinyl at that point.
Yeah.
And they had carts, which were basically 8 tracks that they would pop into the cart machines, and that's how you could instantly get the audio going. And it would auto cue and cue up to the beginning of the audio, so you could play your imaging, your commercials, sounders, all that stuff. And these guys would be just, I mean, you think of what I'm doing, like as juggling, these guys were on a whole other planet. It was crazy.
That was neat.
Yeah.
Like watching a chef in the kitchen of how do they manage to do all that together at the same time?
That boggles the crap out of me.
man.
The timing of food and all that stuff.
I've
God.
Cocaine's a hell
never
of a drug.
perfected that. Good.
I could barely handle mac and cheese.
Thinking of the DJs in the 70s and having to do all that. And cocaine's a hell of a drug.
It was so much fun. We actually had in my
cocaine?
Wait, yeah, I was gonna say,
no, not cocaine.
It was so much fun.
In my early days of radio, we started just as they got onto massive hard drives, and all we did is hit a button. And then I came in one day, and the whole system went down, and we had to go back to old school, pulling the discs and all that stuff.
Dude, that's what I was. Yeah. So I was apparently doing it before you got into it. Then.
Well, I did it at the college radio station in 95, 6, 95,
Okay, about the same time then.
Yeah,
we didn't have any hard drives for that. It was all CD.
Yeah, a lot of the college stations were probably doing it well into the early millennium. But the commercial radio stations went to that because they had all the commercials.
Preset.
So just, and they wanted to get away from paying DJs. So, because you voice tracked.
That's extra cost. Makes sense.
Yep. Well, it doesn't, but,
Well, it makes sense for the bean counters. I was going to say something. Oh, the chef thing, like planning the food at the same time. No, I love cooking, baking, whatever. I enjoy that. It's just anything that you get to try and create something, I'm all in. But man, my nickname is the Chaotic Chef. I cannot get things organized like that. I'm just like, I'm running over and grabbing something and trying it. It's never all right.
I try to do my best to prep everything before, ahead of time. I get everything chopped up before I even start. 'Cause if I start and if I'm trying to cook and chop and do whatever else, I'm going to burn something or like if I'm making more than 3 things, one of the things is getting burnt. It's going to taste delicious. The rest of it's going to taste delicious.
I'm making 3 things. 2 of them will be edible.
Right.
Only 2. Well, Mike, you're a heck of a cook.
Well, thank you. Yeah. I try. I enjoy it, man. It's
your
fun.
house for meals before. Oddly enough, without Ben there, but whatever.
We don't.
Maybe you guys don't get along.
We don't allow Ben.
Apparently not.
No, Ben.
I was like, when we did the Goza and cheesecake tasting, I was like, hey, where's Ben? You're like, I don't mention him.
I did feel a little left out.
I think you were out of town that time. That's why we weren't there.
Myself to
he was on the show that morning.
He had something to go. No.
Can't believe you didn't invite
go.
him. Whatever.
Stop.
It's fine.
Don't make me feel bad, man.
No, it's okay. I feel excluded too. So.
Well, you were.
It's not because
not
of me.
intentionally.
Hey, high five to the excluded couch.
There you go.
Yeah.
Screw you guys. We're doing our own show.
Y'all are on the seconds couch.
Seconds.
Yeah, well, they had their conversation.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
You don't even have your own camera.
I'm sorry. Yes, I'm totally kidding. I don't know why that ended up being that way. I don't know what the deal was with that, but yeah, we'll have to do another cheesecake pairing with the bile beer because that was actually really good.
The bile beer?
Yeah,
You gotta watch. Did you listen to that episode?
The episode.
Partly.
Wait, you didn't listen to it?
Partly.
You didn't watch it?
I guess I need to watch it.
Come on, man.
That was a good
hard
cop out
over
though.
here.
Partly meaning I saw that there was an episode and I looked at it. Oh,
Yeah, let my screen go.
did we lose internet?
No, we're good.
Quit messing stuff up, Jim. Come on.
He hit the wrong of 3 buttons.
Can you imagine? He can't even handle it when he's got to press a button. If he had to actually pull records and juggle, I don't believe it.
I totally did.
Nice. Well, let's give this thing a rating.
Yeah.
Because people, I think we've tailed on long enough. A rating, and then we'll wrap it up.
All right.
Jim, you start. We'll go. Counterclockwise.
As something like this, we kind of meandered with different topics and started talking about different things, and this kind of faded into the background as it should. Just it's pleasant just to kind of come back to it and it definitely does evolve as it gets warmed up. I would say about a good solid 7.
Okay.
7 holes.
Oh, Carly.
I'm gonna have to say like a 5 or a 6.
It's 5 or 6 what?
Belgium.
No, you got to do the long hole. Let's hear you do it.
Oh.
There we go. Nice.
Song. It's a solid 9.2 for me. I love this beer.
Nice.
I love.
You don't think of it as a beer, though. My gosh, it's so different.
It's
I
just
love
its own
Flanders
experience.
Reds and that kind of that type of beer, that style, Oud Bruins and all those kind of Belgians, and just as you said, the flavors just keep coming out of it. It keeps maturing. It keeps evolving. It's a fun beer to drink just because there's a lot to explore in it, and it just tastes so dang good.
Yeah.
I can't get bored of this. I've yet to ever get bored of this beer. Even multiple glasses in a night. Do not get bored. And by the way, pour it in a glass. Let it open up. Don't just drink it out of the bottle. This is not a bottle drinking beer. Pour it in a glass. Let it sit for a little bit. Let it open up. It's so worthwhile. Or try it right first as we can pour it, and then let it open up. It's almost a 10, if not a 10 for me, which is so outside my wheelhouse for what I typically like. But I will tell you that if you are a cigar fan or a Scotch fan, you will probably like this beer because it just has a complexity and levels to it and a tobacco-iness, just all the different stuff that goes on with it. It's just fantastic.
It could totally go with a cigar. I totally see that. Yep.
Or just by itself, if you like cigars, you would like this.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be some similar, the outer wrapping of a cigar is a fermented tobacco leaf, and you get different flavors from that. There's a lot of complexity to the tobacco leaf.
A nice fall night with a cigar, this beer, a little charcuterie board. That sounds nice.
I might make that my tonight.
Charcuterie?
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie?
Yeah.
So
not to correct you while you're on here.
It's a charcuterie.
The proper French pronunciation for my friend who is from France is charcuterie.
Charcuterie?
Charcuterie? So like charcuterie.
Yeah, almost.
They just give up on letters
They do.
in France. It's like we've got 10 letters, we're going to pronounce 3 of them.
That's how my wife helped me with my French pronunciation. She's like, just don't pronounce the last 1 to 3 to 5 letters of the word.
Just pretend like you're slurring.
But then there's this, which is the Duchess de
I
Bourgogne.
don't slur. I speak in cursive, and it's elegant.
Speak in cursive.
Thank you, D. Martin.
Okay, so you're not going to find this, by the way, at a regular grocery store. This will, if you find it there, that's the coolest grocery store on the planet. You're going to have to go to like a heavy duty wine and
Bottle shop.
Yeah, but look for it if you can. Duchess de Bourgogne. It's
What?
Yeah, that's.
Would you be able to find it at
The
a Cool
Duchess.
Springs Wine and Spirits, you think? Or
Don't know.
Probably.
They'll have to let us know. All right. Well, let's wrap it up, guys.
Okay.
Here's 2 experiences of very unique flavors.
Yes.
Cheers.
Thank you.
I'm already empty. I
There's
think.
a little bit more.
I don't know. We'll see. Oh, and by the way, you can actually find and follow us at the alesandtalespodcast.com. Let's go ahead and do Mike's job. Unless you want to do it, Mike. You good?
He's stabbing.
Well, you're done. You're just taking the headphones off. We're not even out yet.
You were going.
Oh my gosh.
Ales and Tales
alesandtalespodcast.com. Make sure you subscribe, rate, review, and help us out. We're looking to grow the show. 5,000 average downloads. Sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go for that. Let's put it out there. Check it out, man.
And let us know if you've tried this. I really want to know if anybody tries this beer.
See ya.
Extend. That's the whole.
Hooah! Ready?
Yep. Oh, that helped clear the throat. That was good. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Ales and Tales podcast, bringing another episode to you, and hopefully another unique beer that you've not heard of that'll give you a chance to go out and try, or if it's bad, avoid. We'll find out. So, with me are my co-hosts, beer buddies, ale amigos. I want to find out. There's some more there. I got to come up with some better ones.
Brewski Brothers.
Boom, Brewski Bros.
Brewski Bros.
I like it. Carly Duggan.
Sans one.
Ben had to step out from the last episodes, but it's okay. Jim McCarthy.
Thank you.
Behind all the buttons. All 3
All the
of them.
buttons. All 3 of them, yes. I can add more if you like.
No.
No?
No, I don't think we need.
No?
I think we're good.
Well, in that case, then I will.
Of course. I forgot. Reverse psychology.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and give us another beer quote to get us going. This one's pretty good. When we drink, we get drunk. When we get drunk, we fall asleep. When we fall asleep, we commit no sin. When we commit no sin, we go to heaven. So let's all get drunk and go to heaven. That was George Bernard Shaw.
Nice.
Is he a news guy?
He was a writer.
I thought he was like a newscaster or something.
Well, now we got to look it up. Yeah. Bear with us, folks.
No, we don't need to find out right.
No. Learnings with beer. George. Hold on, I can just say it. George Bernard Shaw.
So, Carly, how are you?
Great. How about you?
Oh, since the last episode, I've been doing just fantastic.
Yeah.
What do we got, Mike?
He was an Irish playwright, a critic, and a polemicist and a political activist.
When did is he still alive?
1880s.
Yeah, I guess not.
He'd be pretty old.
Yep. Looks pretty hardcore, too. I like it.
Living?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He drinks beer.
Definitely a beer fan. Maybe had one too many.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Right on. Well, this episode will be for him then. One too many beers.
Dedicated to George Bernard Shaw.
That's
George B. Shaw.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So, once again, my great friend Anthony has been able to provide me with something outside of our area just to make it unique and give us some new things to taste. And I am not familiar with this kind of thing at all, so this will be good. So this is Adroit Theory Brewery's, two of their oat cream India Pale Ales. So I'm not familiar with an oat cream India Pale Ale, so this ought to be interesting. One is called Life of the Scandalous, and the other one is called Conjoined. So there you go.
So they're two different beers?
They are both
Okay.
oat cream IP. Man, burpee from the last one.
Yeah, no
oat
kidding.
cream IPAs. I've never had an oat cream IPA. So
Are you? Well, before we get into that, are you still tasting the effects of the last one?
not tasting. It was just airy.
No, that was. I mean, as far as I'm still getting a little bit of an effect from it. Good. It's not a bad thing.
By effect,
Like you're buzzed.
No, not
That's
buzzed or
why I was
anything like that.
wondering,
No,
is it
just still ruminating in the mouth
Oh.
like an aftertaste.
you have an effect on your palate still.
Yeah.
Okay. You?
Yeah, agreed.
Really?
Then, if you want to listen to that episode, that was the what was it called? The Franche beer,
Is it Belgian? Is it
Bourgogne.
Duchess de Bourgogne.
Duchess de Bologna.
There you
Yep.
go. Duchess of Bologna.
Just think of Duchess of Bologna. It was really good. It was a sour.
Mm-hmm.
And if you
Flemish red.
a Flemish red, which makes me think of
I want to find some more because that's the only Flemish red I've had. But
every
it's
time you
really-
say Flemish, it makes me think of The Perfect Storm. Remember that movie? George Clooney
Vaguely.
and Mark Wahlberg.
it was not that appealing.
Yeah, they go out to the Flemish Caps to go fishing.
Sounds extraordinarily boring.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was actually a really good movie.
Okay, so Carly, would you like to describe the cans? These are some wild cans.
They are.
So good luck
Yeah.
with those.
Yeah, so they kind of remind me of like abstract art, but also like dark abstract art. So but really detailed. So
Dark in theme.
Yes,
Okay.
dark in theme. So the first one, this like lighter blue, kind of with dark textures on it. It's almost like a tree, but like a tree full of like
Are those skulls?
yeah, like skulls, and there's one red eye in there. So a lot of teeth almost, but then there's like greenery and like vines and roots and swords. So yeah, it's interesting. But then the font is in bright pink, Life of the Scandalous, and yeah, it's cool. 9%.
9%. Oh my goodness.
We're
Strong
going
one.
with some high gravity
No kidding.
beers today.
And then the other can is similar in the dark theme. It's a skull, so similar to my costume, since it is almost Halloween.
Mhm. Yeah, I forgot to mention that.
And
Yes.
There's this weird like green texture over top of it, so it's like dark, but it's not scary. Yeah, there's two skulls actually.
I love that. Just it's dark, but not scary.
And
Dark,
then-
not scary.
Yeah. Wait, so are these the same beer?
No, two different ones.
But they're both oat cream India Pale Ales.
The first one from afar looks like a tribal tattoo. Remember those things from the 90s?
Mm-hmm.
That, most guys would go on spring break and,
Come back
make
with
the
something on
horrible
their arm or
decision
something.
to
Yeah,
get
yeah,
an armband.
Yep.
I almost made that decision, so I know. Glad I didn't, because I've seen now guys that are in their 50s that have to wear them, and it's really embarrassing to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, so this one is the conjoined is 8%, and then the scandalous is 9%.
Oh, wow.
Moving on up.
What they call a cheap date, I believe, right?
They both the art is kind of like a really like H.R. Geiger weird anatomical type stuff. A bunch of different skulls conjoined together, hence conjoined.
There's that one brewery, and they have IPAs. It's like the name of the beer is like called Raging Bitch.
Nice.
What's the brewery called though? I can't remember.
I don't know that one. I have to look it up.
But it's like
Raging Bitch from Time of the Month Breweries.
Let me look it up.
Yeah.
So
it's called 28 Days Breweries.
So my buddy, 28 days. Our apologies to every one of our viewers, if there are any more still remaining. So what's funny is it just clicked. This type of art is very, very similar to, if you look at a lot of like death metal band art on their albums.
Sepultura comes to mind.
That and far, far more extreme.
Yeah. Napalm Death.
Yeah, there you go. Cattle decapitation and those types of things.
I would say that Carly is definitely a Napalm Death fan.
Oh, yeah.
She's into the Cookie Monster bands, right?
No. So the Raging Bitch is by Flying Dog Brewery.
Flying Dog?
Look at this can art. It's like wild, but...
Oh, yeah. There's a very specific... I've seen that person's art, I think, outside of those before, but yeah, it's very unique. For those of you who are not able to see this, look up Flying Dog's Raging Bitch IPA, and you'll get an idea of that. But yeah, very odd, kind of dark, kind of creepy, twisted art.
Yeah.
Along these lines. So perfect.
Yeah.
Let's go with the 8% first, which is the conjoined. I'll put this one back in here. Keep it cool. And let's see what happens. Oat cream.
Get that right up against the mic. Let's hear it.
Oat cream IPA. See if it sounds any different.
That was a good sound.
Sounds thick.
Yeah. Good.
Good smell.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And going
nice
back to that
and
last
hazy.
one in the previous episode with the sour, once you opened that thing, everybody smelled it.
It's amazing. how
Oh my
strong it is.
gosh.
I think this one's going to get some attention with its
Thank you.
nose as well. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I mean.
There, you can hold it up to the camera too.
I will.
Whoa, that is hoppy.
Does that make you happy?
It makes her very
Yes.
happy.
This reminds me of
Carly is happy to be happy.
of the bearded iris, the feather on feather that we had at the happy hour.
Carly, I haven't really been, I guess, a big fan of IPAs, but I have become one. I really enjoy them.
Okay.
So I'm holding the can up right now for those of you who are watching or listening. If you want to see this thing, it is quite bizarre.
Yeah, it's definitely like heavy metal band art.
It is.
Which my buddy Anthony, who sends that to me, was the guy who got me into heavy metal back in the day. We worked at a music store together, and I was all into techno and progressive rock and stuff like that. And he was like, "You need to try this stuff."
It's
And
almost
he's
like
the same way with the beer.
Like a Nine Inch Nails kind of effect to it.
Yeah,
in a way, right? Nine Inch Nails meets Napalm Death. Had a
Napalm
baby. Napalm Death, and had a baby called Sepultura.
It's a fruit fly.
This stuff is fruity enough. It got its attention, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is.
Oh, that smells delicious.
It smells
It does.
amazing.
It smells really good. Very, very,
Very
fruity.
citrus.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of citrus.
A lot
smell.
of pineapple.
Pineapple.
And papaya. I don't like papaya. I like almost every fruit, but papaya for some reason just seems wrong.
What a papaya tastes like.
Ass.
Yeah, it is kind of like papaya or like a little bit of tangerine, maybe.
I smell orange, something like that. Yeah.
Guava.
And it's lighter than you would think at 8%.
Smells. It's like for what it feels and smells like and looks like. You couldn't have any more of an exact opposite of what you'd expect from this can.
It's,
It's
heavy death can,
Yes.
and then you drink it, and it's like, oh.
You expect something like motor oil to pour out of it, right?
Have you guys have tried it already? I haven't even tasted it.
I haven't tried. Like this
I
is
have.
this should like.
like
Right.
4
IPA
sips.
person right here.
I
Ready
think
to
they
go.
really got the branding wrong on this because look at the hue of everything about this speaks tropical,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
They should have like Hawaiian flowers on the can.
ooh,
Is that good?
that is creamy. Interesting. So, for those of you who are listening and can't see, it is hazy, but not like super hazy. You can still see through it. Light does escape. The head stuck around is a light, thin lacing.
It looks like a very hazy glass of pineapple juice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like pear juice or pineapple juice, definitely. It smells fantastic. I would.
It really does.
This would be a candle or an air freshener or something for any room, and I would be perfectly happy with it. That's good. And then it is not like what you would typically expect of an IPA, which is that bitter bite.
No.
It's
That's
not
like
bitter.
maybe that's the oat cream. Maybe that's what the oat cream does to it because it gets rid of that. Oh, speaking of, you can tell as we get into the episodes, we get more into the beer and less into the talking about the other stuff.
Right.
I totally forgot. Droit Theory, just so everybody knows, I pulled up George Bernard Shaw and he threw me off. He looked at me weird. Droit Theory Brewing Company is located in Purcellville, Virginia. We make esoteric and style-challenging beers with an emphasis on hazy IPAs, fruited sours, pastry stouts.
What's a pastry stout?
And it's a stout that tastes like a pastry.
I don't know. Is it you have something like with a cinnamon roll or something? Or?
I'm down with that. And then barrel aging projects. And then after that, everybody has to have like their catchphrase or whatever. It's drink and destroy. So obviously that goes hand in hand. Somebody's a heavy metal fan at that brewery. So,
But I'm telling you right now, guys, your branding couldn't be any more wrong for this.
Well, they could have had a skull with a tropical, like a palm tree growing out of it.
You need to have like a bright. This does
Or like
not.
a flower in the skull eye.
There you go.
Right. You could still have a little bit of the
Hibiscus. There you go. Yep.
the ominous overtones.
Yeah, and
with
it's black. Like you
Right.
would think maybe like yellow or pink or
completely different expectation.
Yeah, that looks
Or result.
dark and foreboding and biting, and there is zero bite or
Nothing.
foreboding about it.
This is tropical.
But I will say, because of the high gravity to it, high alcohol. Maybe they're going on it's like what is it, death coffee or whatever it's called,
Right.
liquid death. That's the water, which makes even less sense because it's anyway. But there's a death coffee, and it's like 3 times the caffeine. So maybe that's what they're going for. Is we got high level of alcohol in there. So,
But it's not that in the grand scheme of things, it's just kind of a mid, right? I mean, there's higher than this.
There are higher than this, but this is up there. I mean, it's decent. This is not.
But I mean,
this
the
is not a
90-minute
daily-
IPA from Dogfish Head is 9.5. Right?
and they have 120.
Is it 120?
There is 120 as well. We talked
Okay.
about that when Andy was here. Yeah,
Right.
which is way up there. But
Was it like a 12%? Yeah.
yeah, and it's good. I think this is better. This is really
it's a
good.
very enjoyable beer for sure.
yeah.
So flavor wise, what do you got?
Tropical,
Right?
citrus, fruit.
Creamy.
Yeah, very smooth.
Anything that stands out first or last?
I don't know. I'll defer to you.
Okay. So the citrus, I was there's almost this is gonna, okay, lemon. There's lemon to it, like a lemon rind, like a Malfi lemon is a lot lighter than what we get typically in the stores, and there's a very light lemoniness to it. But it's right there as soon as you taste it. It's like lemon, and then all these other fruits kind of come in and dance around for a little while. There's the pineapple, but it's not. It's like pineapple that had zero tang to it, and then guava, and I don't know. The creaminess is what ends. It comes with like the very end of it is just smooth and almost milky.
Yeah, and there's no bitterness to it. Like you
None.
can sip on this and sip, and it's delightful.
This is like college, like party punch. If you remember back in the day, there was the Everclear.
Jungle juice?
This is too, I think, too
Where it's
sophisticated.
just like, boop, and all of a sudden, as you're pouring it down, you're also falling backwards. Like you're just,
I think this is way too sophisticated for a college thing.
Yeah, I'm just saying the amount of alcohol to the amount of fruit and whatnot, and how smooth and easy to drink it is very dangerous.
Yeah.
I could drink a lot of this.
Yeah.
It's not weighing on the tongue. It's not wearing out the tongue because there's no bite and attack to the tongue. It's just smooth.
But you're not gonna chug this. You're gonna drink it over time.
Oh yeah.
And I think, because you're gonna drink it over time, it's not gonna the alcohol content's not gonna affect you as quickly, I believe.
Most likely.
I mean, I would drink this faster than the sour we had.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I could already tell it's affecting my my throat because you hear me clearing it way too much. The cream aspect.
I dig
my
this.
gosh, man.
This is good.
This is awesome.
So as an IPA fan, this ranks up in the higher ones?
Oh, yes.
Cool.
So being the fact that we're recording this a couple weeks before Halloween, but it's probably going to come out after Halloween, how was your Halloween?
I don't remember it.
Well, we had kids come to the house. They took candy.
Yeah.
And saw a lot of costumes. It was dark.
I'm going to have a Halloween party.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was great.
Yeah. I don't remember getting the invitation, but
Yeah,
whatever.
sorry, got lost in the mail.
Yeah.
As it happens,
Yeah, it's crazy how that happens. Yeah. I see how it is.
Yeah, sorry.
Signal received. Yeah. Message I got it. Yeah.
That reminds me of a joke.
Oh, gosh.
The past, present, and future all walked into a bar. It was tense. No? Past tense, present tense.
Okay.
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
Don't ever do that again.
The apple joke was interesting.
Oh, Ben's apple joke? Yeah. Yeah. that was better. It was much more set up.
I didn't know where he was going, and then I was like,
Yeah, look up the... what?
That makes me cringe. That joke. Gets me really tight.
That's enough of that.
I think Jim just transitioned.
yeah.
They just dropped.
Okay, so... Whoa. All right, we got a crazy, possibly half-drunk man behind the controls at this point in time. What would we pair this with?
I always go to pizza.
Yeah.
I can definitely have a pizza with this.
Hawaiian pizza.
You think it'd be too much though, having a Hawaiian with the pineapple slices on the.
Yeah. I would do the ham.
I would do a
without the pineapple because this would replace it.
margarita pizza.
I'm thinking the saltier the better.
That's right. Well, so straight like pepperoni, meat lovers.
Pepperoni, some my brain just died. They're just the saltiest.
That happened
ham.
a long time ago.
I know.
Yeah.
To the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
This is the third episode we're recording. So
Yeah. What is the Spanish ham? I can't think of it. It starts with
prosciutto,
Iberico ham. Anyway, the
hamo.
There's prosciutto. Prosciutto would work very well with this as well. But yeah, like a margarita pizza, just like some ricotta cheese and prosciutto on it. And this would actually work very well. The saltier and the more flat the other flavors, the better.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I had we'd had a trade show in Austin in September, and the place where we stayed was not all inclusive, but a big resort where they had the convention and everything, and they also had a massive indoor water park, huge. But inside they had all these really nice restaurants. One of them, oddly enough, I cannot remember the name of, but it was Italian, and they had their name emblazoned everywhere for something that had its name in the hallways when you walked in. I can't for the life of me remember the name of this place. So I went there because I got a little bit of a hankering to get something to eat, something light after, like around 9 o'clock or so. So yeah, I'll just go down there and get a nice glass of wine and something like an appetizer. And they had fresh mozzarella as an appetizer. So I'm figuring, didn't realize it could be shared. I mean, they give me this honkin' ice cream scoop sized mozzarella.
Well, that's why you form it. You form it by
Right.
it fits in the hands when
Right.
they form it.
If you had like Andre the Giant hands,
Okay, so maybe their chef is slightly
Yeah.
a bigger guy than
Right.
the rest of them, but yeah, just
like he formed it in a baseball mitt.
yeah.
And
It's my kind of mozzarella.
oh my gosh, I didn't, I could barely even eat it like an eighth of it. But speaking of mozzarella, it was delicious. Oh my god.
Just straight mozzarella.
Straight mozzarella with some, oil and stuff like that, a little bit of herb and some
So
bread.
no.
No, not straight mozzarella.
Straight mozzarella with some herb and some oil and some
Or
pizza. And
As Mike's people would say, mozzarella,
no, we would not.
prosciutto.
So, have either of you had buffalo mozzarella? Oh,
Isn't that what they put on a margarita pizza?
normally in America, you don't see buffalo mozzarella. It's
Really?
not a very common thing, but it's becoming more popular. Thank God, because it's amazing. When I went to Rome years ago, like the whenever they made a caprese salad there, they would use buffalo mozzarella, and it was, like you have that, and then you come back here and you eat mozzarella, and it's like eating paper. You're just like, it's nasty.
It's like coffee in Europe versus American
and
coffee.
water and fruit and vegetable and every freaking thing because our FDA. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna get on my soapbox and dude.
Well, what are your thoughts on that?
Food is so much better over there because it's not.
And they're not fat.
Yeah.
Well, they're
Rex?
walking everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, they're
walk.
walking, but I think the food has a lot to do with it.
And the portions are smaller.
But eating over
Not where I
there is
went.
like,
Oh.
But it was still delicious.
I would love to go to Italy, Spain, Portugal. I couldn't really care less about France,
Dude, I'm the same way.
right?
I don't know. I know. I have a feeling you think differently about that, but I don't know, man. There's something about France that weirds me out. I think it's the fact that they go, and that alone irritates me.
Well, I mean, it helps speaking French in France because they kind of judge you hard. But
Yeah.
they
Do
tell
you speak French?
Oui, je parle un peu français.
Wow. Listen to, oh my gosh, with the voice?
Un petit peu.
That's right.
All right,
She's
for the
probably
rest of this
totally
episode,
making fun of us right
you have
now.
to do that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Well, I wish I could speak more French. I don't practice it enough to be.
But you sound like
it's
you
difficult
you
to-
just fell right into the character right
Oh.
now. Yeah, you did a good job.
Merci
It's
beaucoup.
well, you were there for how long?
3 weeks.
Okay. Oh, I thought you said you studied abroad. It was only 3 weeks. Okay.
Her name was Brenda.
No. Je m'appelle Carly.
She's like speaking French, calling me like an old fat prick. That's what she just
No.
That's okay. You probably should. It's okay.
did.
I don't even know how to
Mike
say
does
that.
all the time.
Manager la Madonna, Stugats. Yeah. Anyway, if you don't have somewhere to practice it or somebody to practice it on different language with, it's hard. It just kind of goes away.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so buffalo mozzarella, I just found that Whole Foods has started carrying it. So go get an heirloom tomato, not one that's all squishy and soft, one that has some meat to it, not all the juice. Just forget the juice, just the meat. And get some fresh basil and buffalo mozzarella and just slice all of them up and put them together. Drizzle some fresh extra virgin, make sure it's extra virgin olive oil over it. Life-changing.
With some Ritz crackers. No?
Can you call him what he just said a minute ago? Because no.
Jim est une grande garçon.
Have you ever had apples with cheese?
I think so.
No.
Really? Oh.
Well, at wine tastings, there's apple slices and cheese and different things like that.
Courtney is, she gave it to me one time. We had an apple and cheese, cheddar cheese sandwich. Amazing. It is amazing. You need to try it.
Can you tell it's lunchtime? We
Yeah.
are hungry.
But I mean,
that'd be good.
considering a pairing, that I think would be a good pairing for this.
An apple and
and
cheddar?
cheddar cheese on a good slice of like French or Italian bread.
Toasted.
Toasted.
It has to be
yes,
toasted.
Absolutely.
Ooh,
That
sourdough
would-
bread too.
Yes.
Sourdough. I could see that.
Yeah.
That was delish.
This is an easily paired beer. It's
Yes.
just so damn smooth. I'm
is.
amazed that it's as smooth as it is.
It is so smooth. It is smooth.
Smooth.
With a V.
Y'all, you knocked it out of the park with this one, folks. I'm just going to tell you.
You're just missing the branding. This does not represent this beer at all.
I will say that can will not grab the attention it deserves.
Yeah, no, it's just kind of
No. I'm looking at this can. I'm thinking, chocolate milk comes out.
They're just going, drink our beer. And then it's like, it's very refreshing.
What's the brewery name again?
Adroit.
A droid?
ADROIT. Adroit brewery.
A droid.
Yeah.
So we have a second one to try, by the way. So down these and let's go for the next one.
Down these. Oh my gosh. Chug it.
Come on, folks. Get with the program. This is a beer podcast.
Oh,
That's good stuff. What
I
happened
tell you, I
there?
don't want to chug it. I want to enjoy
No,
it.
I agree. It is a sipper, even though it could go quickly.
Where did you get this?
My buddy Anthony.
Yeah, you said that, but where did he get it?
It's Virginia. He was visiting. He goes and actually, so he's a big metal fan, and he and his wife go tour and go check out all the metal shows all around the East Coast and whatnot. And he's a big beer. Anthony, I love you. You're an awesome guy. He's gotten me into heavy metal and some bands that I'm absolutely huge fans of now that I listen to all the time. He's gotten me into hot sauce. He was the reason that we started going to hot sauce conventions in Cleveland.
I didn't realize that was a thing.
At was it Trader Jim's or whatever, the ginormous super. Anyway, they used to have giant hot sauce conventions, which by the way, Nashville's about to have its first one here, which is cool.
Really?
So it got me all into hot sauce and hot sauce conventions, and has always shipping me some different cool beers or bringing me beers and just hey, you got to try this. Hey, I've checked it. Anthony is a cultured individual.
What hot sauce would this go with? Do you think?
As smooth and creamy as it is, you could go hotter with it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, anything with a habanero or a Scotch bonnet would actually work.
Because it would actually temper.
That's hot for me, folks.
It would temper the heat because whenever you see this eating, it's creamy. So you have the dairy, the milky aspect of it, right?
With no dairy because it's oat cream.
Right.
The whole oat cream thing, I don't understand. I would love to research this. And folks, if you know, give us some comments at the Ales and Tales podcast on Instagram and Facebook. Give us some comments if you understand this. I've got to research this, but the whole oat cream added to it, what is the purpose? What does it do? Obviously, it's got to make it creamier, and it probably gets rid of some of the bite. But I'm curious as to why oat cream versus lactose, because some places use lactose, some places use different things. Are you researching it right now?
Now I'm looking at their Instagram. It's Adroit Theory Brewery. Their caption is, "We make the most metal beers in America. Join us in our mission, consume life and drink art."
Consume life.
Well, I believe that
That's great.
there's somebody here that could help them with their branding. Am I right?
Oh, yeah.
There's a
Who
marketing
might that
specialist
be?
in the room.
They actually have a really great Instagram.
Do they?
And they have a great following, too. 27,000 followers.
All right. A lot of metal fans.
Do they have the engagement to back that up? Is the question.
And folks, this is where I have no clue what the hell's going on right now.
Oh my gosh!
I'm just pouring beer.
Engagement means.
I know what it means. I'm just.
What does it mean?
Yeah, they have a lot of likes. They have a couple comments.
The comments are what matters. Yeah. So sometimes you could tell if somebody bought their following. Not that I'm accusing them of doing that, but I'll admit that on my personal Instagram, I once upon a time bought my following, and I regret it ever since.
Yeah, all of the
Stupid.
can art is really dark.
Really dark and metal.
Like a lot of skulls.
Very metal. Yep, very metal.
I wonder if you go to the brewery, they're just playing like metal music.
Probably. And I'm okay
You
with that.
don't bring me flowers anymore. That's the duet that Napalm Death Singer did with Bette Midler.
There you go.
They have great photography too.
Very cool. Obviously, the artists are talented, whoever's doing the cans, I will say.
Oh, they have a Butterfinger Delight Cream Stout.
Which is the least metal thing
It's,
ever. Oh my God. Dude, that looks like a milkshake.
It does.
See, okay, like
Holy crap.
they've got. Let's see. On 2 days ago, they posted their Adroit Theory. They posted a picture. That's what I would imagine this beer to look like. That thing is as black gets.
Russian Imperial Stout.
Yes,
Okay, so
yes,
these-
you're seeing it. I'm holding it to the camera.
Okay, so these guys do get out there a bit with their styles. I'm impressed by this. I would absolutely check this place out if I was in their
Dia de
local
los
area.
Muertos Pumpkin Spice Latte Eggnog.
Oh,
That
geez.
completely doesn't sound death metal at all. As soon as you put pumpkin spice latte anything into a title.
Starbucks, try our most metal drink ever.
Most metal.
No.
Try our pumpkin spice latte.
This is as far as I'm concerned, and guys, no offense, I'm thrilled with what you've created so far, and I love the art, and I'm all into all kinds of metal. I'm in. this is a case. This is a case of personal preference and interest, and what is produced and marketing being slightly off skew.
Yeah.
But that being the case, those who understand, as I am now doing, I don't care what's on the can and I don't care what you call it. This stuff's great so far.
It is.
So I'm thrilled.
So,
and I would recommend anybody should try this.
This one, again, same kind of color of the hue. It's almost like an orange juice.
This one's
point.
even hazier than the last one. And this, what's the name of this one?
It's called Life of the Scandalous. So if you look at the can, which I'm holding up right now, it's, fits what you'd expect out of the can a little bit more. It's much more of a blue white kind of hue to it, with some pink lettering with black.
One pink glowing eye in the skull.
You can't really tell. I mean, it really does look like a Sepultura album cover.
Again, I'm down with all that. It's cool. I play metal. I love it.
It almost looks like lines in a television, an old school CRT television kind of effect to it, which is a cool effect. But
it's just confusing with a smooth, creamy beer. It doesn't. It's like
not what you expect.
But that's okay.
Everybody's perspective is different. Maybe they, like when they make their beers, they think like, oh, hazy IPA, high percentage. That's like metal music worthy. Like that just that's what makes sense to them.
Right.
So,
well, and again, you got to stand. The craft beer scene has grown astronomically to where you have to do something a little different, and personality does matter in what you craft and in what you create. So I can get that. It's cool. I don't have a problem with it. It's just kind of funny because they don't necessarily align as much. This is a guy who plays. By the way, the most metal person of the group today, wearing the skeleton as an outfit for Halloween. Yeah, definitely Carly.
We have to, definitely describe why she's wearing that.
I do have a skull earrings that are pretty.
She does.
There you go.
Skeleton.
Skeleton.
Earrings,
Yep. Yeah. Oh, I didn't notice those. Holy crap! You got the full skeleton going.
I've had this costume since college. I love dressing. Like I love doing makeup. I like doing fun things because YOLO. Life is short.
There you go.
I got to say, they have a post up here. It was put up here a day ago on their Instagram. This is about as unmetal as it gets. Is this how you're kicking off your Friday? Red Drink Cream Edition Smoothie Style Fruited Sour. That's about, it's like you might as well go, this is yacht rock, guys. I mean, this is not metal. You might as well go Christopher Cross, Air Supply. Sailing, take me away.
Yeah, it doesn't quite align.
No, it really doesn't.
All right, so we've obviously poured the second one. It's been sitting here for like, that is what? Right. It looks like blood. It looks like a blood smoothie.
Are you seeing it?
Yeah, that does not look natural.
Here. This place is intriguing. I got to tell you, I'm curious. I'm going to find a reason to be up that way.
I want to go.
Yeah.
How far away?
Purcellville, Virginia. I don't know.
I'm going to say, guys,
road trip.
You have an open invitation to be on this show. The next time we record, get your butts down here. We'll get you on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Or if we can find a way to get up there. This is intriguing. So for the record, I poured this 5 minutes ago. We've been chatting, and it's still you can just see it's just still effervescence everywhere, hazy as could be.
I can't see you through it.
It's only 9 hours and 21 minutes away.
Boom, done. We'll be
9
there
hours?
in 9 hours. Let's go.
Road trip.
Ales and Tales podcast on the road.
It's in like the most northern part of Virginia.
Oh gosh.
All right.
Virginia
sorry,
really
guys.
isn't far.
No, it's really not.
You might as well be New England.
No, not even close.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, it's close.
So what do we get from this one that's different than the last one? What do you smell differently?
Lighter, fruitier.
This one smells more tangy to me. You guys have already tried it. Can you tell a difference?
There's a little bit more of a bite. Slightly.
I think it's lighter, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe it's only because my palate was acclimating to the IPA aspect of it. But it's delicious. It's, good job.
Yeah, very similar.
This is more citrusy and more pineapple-y, and I get almost none of the guava, none of the tropical fruits from, I guess pineapple's tropical, but outside of pineapple, I get no other tropical. This is a little more two-dimensional than the other.
Mm-hmm.
The conjoined had a lot more depth to it.
Yeah.
This is a little more, just kind of straight across the board. Still very good, very creamy and smooth as could be, man.
I know, they both were really smooth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan. These are dangerous.
Yeah.
These are like legit dangerous.
Yeah.
And again, pizza, mozzarella, apples and cheddar,
Salt.
Ooh, cheese curds.
Yep, that would work.
mozzarella sticks.
Fried.
That's right.
Fried
What
and
about
salted cheese
B-dubs?
curds.
BW3s?
Wings?
Yeah.
Of course, this would go with
with
absolutely just about any wing. Absolutely.
savory side of food, for sure.
This also, as I've mentioned in the past, it's kind of redundant. Those of you who listen a lot, but pork loin. I would marinate a pork loin in this. Just give it that extra.
You bring pork loin up a lot. I've never thought about marinating a pork loin in
Pork
IPA.
loin.
Pork loin.
In IPA before.
Dude.
Is it good?
Yeah.
That's something I could see you doing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've been
In your gourmet kitchen that you have.
I've been lax this year with the grill. I really have. I need to get into it
For
more.
those of you, if you ever have an opportunity to eat at Mike's house, have you ever eaten there at Mike's house, Carly?
No.
Okay. If you ever get the opportunity, oh my goodness.
Well, thank you.
Oh, it's a delicious meal.
It's fun.
Makes his own ice cream. And
What?
yeah. You and Courtney have a lot in common.
Found the fruit fly. Got it.
Yay.
She actually made this thing for a while called Nice Cream.
Nice cream?
Yeah, it was made out of banana.
Oh.
And the kids loved it. So it was actually a healthy version
All
of
right.
ice cream.
We did an avocado gelato. That was good.
Rhymes.
Mm-hmm. And it was good.
Avocado?
Avocado gelato. It makes it super creamy.
Did you make it in, hold on. Did you possibly make it in Colorado?
Avocado gelato in Colorado?
No?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah, so similar pairings. Definitely any spicy salamis, any spicy meats,
Yeah, like
salted meats.
Charcuterie board.
Or
Yeah.
what did you say? How was it pronounced?
Charcuterie.
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 Charcuterie. Huh? Charcuterie.
That's Italian.
That's French.
No, that's not.
Charcuterie.
Yeah.
You ever see the drummer joke on that? Where it's like traditional grip.
The
French grip.
Italian
The
grip.
Italian
It's
grip.
freaking great, dude. I love it. Ben actually, I think, sent that to me. Ben is always sending me Italian things. It's so good. Yeah, how an Italian eats bread.
Are you Italian?
No. Mercurio is extraordinarily
Are you
Irish.
an FBI? Is the question.
Am I in the FBI?
Are you FBI? You don't understand what that means?
No.
Full-blooded Italian?
Oh, okay. No, I'm not full-blooded.
So you can't be in the mob.
Mm-mm. Probably not. We totally got derailed.
You're gonna have to be like Robert De Niro's character in Goodfellas.
Oh.
Never, ever to be able to be made. Got to get your button.
I'm always in the making, never made.
We actually have been rewatching The Sopranos.
Dude, what a great show.
It holds up.
God knows that's a great show.
After 20 some odd years, it holds up. It really
that
does.
was so quality writing
Yeah.
stands out. Like if you ever watched Dexter or something like that, great show.
Well,
First
hold
season.
up, pause. Have you seen The Sopranos, Carly?
No.
You need to
You
watch
do
it.
need to.
Okay.
You need to watch it. It's on Max? I think it's on Max.
Okay.
Yeah,
But it's fantastic.
yeah.
Give me some gabagoo. Where's
Which
the
is
gabagool?
actually pronounced Capicola.
It is technically
Capicola.
spelled that way.
That's right.
So anyway, the point being, I forgot the point.
Oh my gosh.
No, so writing, the quality of writing in TV shows, like it used to be that you would, it seems like writers would get into something and then let's keep this going, let's keep the quality going, rather than, all right, I've made something good, now hire me out and get me somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, beer burps, and
Beer burps.
it gets you. This is definitely gonna do it. Like Dexter, season 1, amazing. Season 2, fantastic. Season 3, somehow this brilliant-minded serial killer turned into the biggest dumbass on the face of the planet. Because what happens is they cycle the writers out. Because we can pay writers to just keep it going now rather than innovate. And so the writers that created something great, they're gone. So by season 3 of almost everything, shows go to crap because it's different writers. Whereas The Sopranos, every season was just spot on, which is why I think Ted Lasso, which by the way I just got into, we just watched that, was fantastic. Ended with 3 seasons. You can only do so much before you can mess it up, especially if you're not keeping something like look at certain authors that are able to keep books going consistently, and you keep Harry Potter. What's her face?
Yes.
She was passionate enough to keep it going and had a prequel in mind and everything else. So it was able to, 7 books plus, you could keep going and you wouldn't get bored, right?
Well, look at George Lucas. I mean, no one ever thought about starting out with episode 4 of a storyline.
I don't think it did. I think it just started that way. And then he realized I can market the crap out of this and become stupid.
But that's how it came out in 1978, 1977.
Did he say that was
it said
the way?
episode 4 in the beginning with the scroll. It said episode 4, A New Hope. That's the Star Wars movie.
I'm not a big. I think they're well done, but I didn't realize that. But then they came out with the 1, 2, and 3, and it was just chintzy as all get out. How can we sell more toys?
Well, I mean, they had to tell the origin story of Anakin Skywalker, is what they were doing in those that trilogy, and then the 7, 8, and 9 was the culmination of what happened with the Skywalker legacy.
So you're more Star Wars than a Star Trek?
Yeah. I mean, again,
Yeah, I like Star Wars.
No.
I'm not really hardcore Star Wars guy at all.
Gotcha.
I'm more, as you can look around, MCU.
Marvel.
Marvel. I could tell those stories and, present the challenges and those storylines and plots better than anybody else.
I was big.
But getting
into
back to
that
The Sopranos, if you've grown up in that part of the country, the Northeast, where it takes place, northern New Jersey, New York,
New Jersey.
What?
What was that?
What was that?
Jersey.
New Jersey.
Let's stick to French, all right? Just stick with what you know.
No, my accents are pretty bad.
Did you say New Jersey? Where's that?
New Jersey. Wait, how do you say it?
Jersey.
New Jersey.
Toilet.
Hey, you over here in New Jersey. What are you doing here?
Forget about it.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Forget about you in Jersey.
It's like you got to throw your freaking, whole linguistics right out the freaking window here, all right? This guy over here.
It just reminds me of like Jersey Shore, like Snooki and JWoww.
Exactly. Same kind of approach to it. But if you've grown up in that time, what really hooked me on that show was the intro, because he's coming through a tunnel. He's coming out on, I want to say 9A, which is your way from going from the George Washington Bridge into New Jersey, which takes you down to Palisades into the suburban communities of northern New Jersey. And as a kid, I always remembered that, and even as a young adult, because I used to have to drive those roads all the time. But it's amazing how you could tell David Chase was completely, embedded in that community. Even driving down the New Jersey Turnpike. With the Newark Airport on your right hand, if you're traveling southbound on the New Jersey Turnpike, the Newark Airport was on your right side. And if you look to your left as you were passing the airport, once upon a time, you could see the Twin Towers.
There will be a quiz on this later, folks.
That's why that show resonated.
Which we will all fail.
Because it was so authentic.
Right. So I flew into Newark to go to Italy recently and got to see. I didn't realize how close it was because I was looking at the skyline of New York. I was like, oh, sweet.
Yeah. Now imagine once upon a time you saw the Twin Towers.
Twin Towers, yeah.
And as we would go to my uncle's house for Thanksgiving, because he lived in Brunswick, New Jersey, and we were coming down from Connecticut, the Twin Towers would actually get in line with each other as they were passing them, and it would look like one single tower at one point, which was cool. And of course, they're not there anymore, so it doesn't matter.
Well, speaking of New Jersey, it's one of New Jersey. And
Joy, say Joy.
Joy.
Z. So
Joyzy.
think of Joyzee.
New Jersey.
Joyzy.
Anyway, New Jersey.
And then Turlet.
I love it. Okay, whatever. NJ.
Speaking of NJ.
Oregon, they're the 2 states in the U.S. that it's illegal to pump your own gas. Oregon just got rid of that law.
Yep.
But it's like I didn't know that was a thing until I went to Oregon, and it's like, okay, like the guy's like, how much gas do you want? And you're like, what? Like you can't. It's illegal to touch it.
It's complete full serve.
Yeah.
Which is foreign to so many people these days.
Also, you can't get grocery bags at a grocery store in Jersey either, which is irritating as all get out.
You have to like pay 10 cents per bag or whatever.
Yeah. Or if they even do, I don't even know if they do. I don't remember if they did that. They were like, no bags. I was like, what do you mean no bags? Give me a damn bag.
It's like Aldi.
My mom lived in Jersey the last few years of her life. So when I was up visiting, that was That was a common thing. I'd go to the grocery store to get stuff, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna take your whole plastic basket thing. Then I don't care.
And the other thing
take it out of the car.
nice about Jersey is that gas prices are actually very low, because every couple of
Everything
miles,
else is,
you got a schmuck in a hat with his hand out, freaking asking you for a toll.
dude. The cost of living there is insane.
Astronomical.
It's absolutely astronomical. Everybody's moving out. You can't sell a house there. It's crazy.
You do realize that the Sopranos house was on sale back in 2019,
Mm-hmm.
and they were trying to get 3.2 for it. And if you look at the taxes, these real estate taxes,
Like 10 grand or
38 grand a year.
Holy crap, dude.
And that's low.
That's insane.
Long Island, a house like that would be 60 grand a year, 50, 60 grand.
in
Easily.
taxes.
Yep. Property taxes. People complain about, real estate here.
Well, it's stupid here, but the taxes haven't gotten there yet, which is good.
Yeah. Just wait.
No. No, that's when I'm popping smoke. I'll be in Italy or Scotland or something. I'm out. Ugh. So okay, I got another question for this beer because we got to wrap this up. We're going.
But
long on
hey,
good stuff.
we did 2 beers in this episode, so yeah, it's okay to go long.
It's the tails.
Right.
When and why would you drink one of these? I stopped.
Harley's going to say when I'm in Jersey.
Yeah,
When I'm in Jersey.
Jersey,
Jersey.
When I'm in Jersey.
New Jersey. Yeah, after like a long day of work, or just want to enjoy a beer and watch a movie.
I'm not sure about that.
What was that?
After a long day of work, I'm just going to want to grab whatever in the fridge.
This is a more intentional beer.
Yeah.
I would agree to that extent, but this is something that I could enjoy. I think I could enjoy it at any point in time. But you have to want to focus on the beer. This has so much flavor going on, and it's going to be a focal point of whatever you're doing and dealing with.
Yeah.
That it would almost have to be intentional to involve the beer. It would have to be a specific, like a cookout. Like if you're having a cookout event, or if you're, if you are making your own pizza, or you have like a pizza thing where you get people to come over and make their own pizza, and you got your bread and whatever, you throw it on the grill, fire oven, or whatever.
Do you make your own pizza?
I've done it once. I made my own sourdough pizza crust and grilled it. I've got one of those egg things that you can get really high.
I know.
Temperature. And,
I've been to your house eating.
Yeah, well, it's valid.
I've been one of the privileged few.
They don't know that necessarily. So yeah, no, I think that would go well with a specific event.
Yeah, I would say maybe like at a brewery. Like if you're there for like a happy hour and you're like tasting a couple beers, it would be nice too.
If you're going, if you want to go and just sit back at this place and enjoy.
Yeah, and like in the summertime on a patio.
This summer beer. This is not a fall or a winter beer.
No.
This is definitely in the summertime, spring and summer beer. Fantastic though. They've done a great job. Both of them are killer. I can understand why Anthony wanted me to try these. They are very, very good. And for the record, he got me 5 or 6 different of their beers, and every one of their cans is comically dark. Like there's one, I forget what it is, but it's Winnie the Pooh. It's like a Winnie the Pooh, but half of his face is gone, and you can see his skeleton. And it's like, what is going on?
Well, have you seen the new movie, the Winnie the Pooh movie? It's like a horror movie.
No.
Is that where he dies and becomes a zombie?
No, he's like a murderer.
Because that's what it looked like.
Yeah, he's a complete murderer.
No.
How did they let that happen?
I don't know. It's, let's just completely bastardize.
Everything is a remix.
Yeah. I'm going to say the same thing, not necessarily cookout, but it brings to mind the nights that we would have people over, even during the winter, maybe on a cold evening.
Over a fire.
Yeah, fire. Courtney is actually world class at making homemade pizza. It is
her bread.
Utterly amazing.
She drives me crazy with you. She's like, I just threw some things together, and always the best damn bread I've ever had in my life.
Dude, my wife can make some bread like you and believe.
Fantastic. I've still never been able to create.
That was me. I'm sorry.
Shut up, Siri. We're not talking to you. No, honestly, she's like, I just threw a few things together, and I'm like, nothing I've ever intentionally tried to create bread-wise has ever come anywhere close to what her bread is like. It's fantastic.
There's so many skills that my wife is capable of. It's almost frustrating because she could have everyone jokes about like OnlyFans pages and stuff like that. Not that she would do anything like that, but if she had a page where she taught the techniques that she uses to bake the things and make the things that she makes. She's completely insanely talented, and she's hot. So there's that. And that's good after 22 years of marriage that I'm still saying this.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
that's right.
Shall we rate this thing and wrap this up? Because otherwise, I'm going to keep drinking it, and eventually,
Yeah.
You're gonna have to sit here for an hour or so,
dude,
you have to come and hang out in our backyard.
This is the 9%, right? After the 8%, after the 6.5%, after the 8.5%. Good day, folks.
All of us are toasted.
This is a good day.
Yep, and it's only 1 o'clock.
May all your days be so enjoyable.
Merry and bright.
Okay. I like both of these. I'm a fan of oat cream ales now, or oat cream IPAs. I'm in, and if I get any chance whatsoever to get anywhere near this brewery, I will go, and I will make sure that I spend half a day sampling everything they create. Because just looking at their videos on Instagram with that blood smoothie looking thing, and that what was it?
Oh my gosh! Listen to him.
The latte. It was a pumpkin latte.
The Butterfinger.
Dude, I'm in on that.
I know. I want to go.
Sounds fantastic. And they're probably going to be playing metal, so
Road
rock
trip.
on.
Okay,
There
did you
you
give it a
go.
rating or no?
My
Holy
rating
crap.
is hell
I'm going to say
yeah.
our units are going to be either Cookie Monsters or dropped D notes.
No, my rating is 2 horns up.
That's not a rating. That's
It's both of them. This is in.
two horns up.
2 horns up.
But how do we have any sort of
Okay,
indication?
wait. I would say 9.5. I don't know. How do you say?
Corky. Okay.
Wait,
Can you do that? Can you get that?
I'm going to say whatever noise that Jim made better. 9.5 of those out of 10.
Cookie Monsters.
Cookie Monsters.
9.5 gym noises out of 10.
I'm on par with you. I'm going to say 9.5 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is easily 10 raw. This is killer, guys. You did a great job. These are fantastic. I enjoy them both. It doesn't match the cans at all.
At all.
No.
But I love it.
Especially your fruity punch friggin' your smoothie metal.
This is good stuff. Yeah. If you get a chance, folks, go to Virginia or wherever you can find this stuff. And Adroit Theory, they're doing a heck of a job. This ranks up there in the top 10 probably breweries of stuff that I've tried from unique places yet. This is fantastic. Anthony, thank you. I appreciate it. This was good.
And
find us.
Thank you.
I always forget. This is my marketing director.
That's right.
The Ales and Tales Podcast.com. You can find all the listening there. You can go to @the Ales and Tales Podcast on Facebook and Instagram to let us know what you think. I'd love to hear if you've had this before or if you've had any of those from there, what you think. And your favorite metal bands, because I'm always looking for new ones. I derailed myself again at the Ales and Tales on... no, I'm good. I think that's it. Is that it?
I'm totally not assisting you at all.
Like, comment, and share.
Like,
right.
comment, and share.
Share, subscribe, rate, review, like, comment, share, all that stuff at thealesandtalespodcast.com.
There you go.
There you go. Metal. All right.